Oh, cracker jack, take off now, don't look back, but hey, don't you wanna play? Hold on, sugar, why you look so sad? Come on now, mama, ain't nothing here so bad. You got fast cars, movie stars, party on down the street with Mary Jane, good cocaine, plenty down there to eat. You can double down, throw some dice, you can take off now, don't think twice, but hey, don't you wanna play? Baby, go on. Tell me where you wanna go. But baby, I don't work down there anymore. No, I don't. Come on now, mama, don't you hesitate. Grab my hand, well we land. I got the champagne. We can knock it back, get on track, jump on, ride this thing. Double down, roll the dice, take off now, don't think twice. Hey, don't you wanna play? Say hey.
Hello? Hello. Good morning and welcome to Saturday, the first day of the weekend. We're still here, it's brilliant. Hope you're all keeping very well. And this morning we have well, it's nearly afternoon. Today we have a flight in the updated TBM 850 from Black Square. Ooh. Our flight today is going to be from Miami's Opa-locka Executive Airport, Kilo Oscar Papa Foxtrot, and we're going to head up to the Space Coast Regional Airport, Kilo Tango India X-Ray, and it's right beside Cape Canaveral. Then we're going to ramble up to Daytona, Kilo Delta Alpha Bravo, for our spin today in the TBM. Now, the TBM, lads, it got a massive update from Black Square. Huge, right? They've included the tablet, there's new exterior elements, and there's even now an RNAV autopilot. There's a ton of stuff they've added in. Some of the new features that we have, well, the new tablet, of course, we've seen this from the Dukes, and now it's working 100% inside the TBM 850. We can do our configuration options, hot swapping for our avionics, payload, failure management. Everything's done, including the engine visualization management screen. You can actually see what that turboprop is actually doing. They've improved the environmental systems. Everything is now displayed also on the tablet, along with all the electrical elements as well. When we talk about the exterior, well, we now have the pitot covers removed before flight, and even the chocks are there with some external power. and they've updated the external power logic, and they've added wing flex. They've added in the KNS 80 RNAV unit. It's now capable of controlling the autopilot when no GPS is selected. They've also added the turbine engine specific failures if we want to try and break our beautiful engine, which we're trying not to. They've improved the de-icing visuals, tons and tons of stuff. It's absolutely massive, this update, and it was a free update that came out about maybe 2 weeks ago or so. So the main thing is the tablet, but there's a whole lot of more features, improvements, and even bug fixes going on under the hood. The instant beta on touchdown option has been added, so as soon as all wheels make contact, well, the engine will automatically go into beta range, giving you something similar to like a reversed thrust. And yeah, there's a ridiculous amount of stuff here. So our plan today is this flight, and we'll time it so we'll be up to Ali, I'd say, at about 2 o'clock local. It's just gone after 11 o'clock here Irish time, and the shopping is done, and my chores for this morning have been cancelled, which is good. But I do have to do a bit of painting, so we won't be on all day, but we'll be joining Ali a little bit later on, and I know Adam Controls will be there as well, so it'll be a busy one, do you know. So I hope you're all keeping terribly well. If you're working, lurking, or maybe you're flying along, we're going to be live on the Southeast Asian server, and the flight plan that we have, it's an IFR flight plan out of Opelika that's going to take us up to the up near Cape Carnaval there. So it's there's a fair whack now going on with this, do you know. So how are y'all keeping? How's your Saturday? How is your after Friday night? It's the morning after, lads. And that was an amazing flight last night we did over in New Zealand. And we were using the Just Flight PA-38 Tomahawk. It's Tomahawk. And Jesus, it was lovely, wasn't it? Absolutely beautiful. So yeah, we kind of just rambled in. It's very early for those on the United States. For those over this side of the pond, well, it's the middle of the day, do you know? So Space Coast, there's a flight that Steve-O-One Knievo did in this very aircraft, and he went from Opelika up to Space Coast Regional. He went up to look at a rocket launch. They launch rockets up here, and we've no rockets to see, but we're going to head up to the Space Coast Airport and then have a look at how Daytona. Some say they do car racing, driving fast and stuff, do you know? So we'll rumble here into the chat. Who's come in this Saturday morning? I know it's early or late, depending on your persuasion. We tend not to stream on Saturdays. It's a rare occurrence. But sure, listen, it's the last day of summer, as Captain Sigbad said, and we're making the most of it. We're staying indoors. Brilliant. So who's here, rather. English, Murphy, you can do it. Commander Balosh is here. Welcome aboard. Willow, how much? Top of the morning to you. Chox is here. Captain Sigbag, you're very welcome in. Tima rambles aboard. Muse Fan is here. He says, morning, yous mentlers. I probably won't be around today. Have a great stream. Muse is on his holidays. Hello to Muse Fan and Hemmingbird. Hope you guys are well. DH Paradox is here. Welcome in. Flight Sergeant, welcome in, Flight Sergeant. Haven't seen you in a while. Mr. Zed Rider, good to see you, my guy. Squawk Torque is here. Sir Campsalot. Kozaki was there until the bot modded him. I don't know. Kozaki, don't mind the bot. It's nuts. Right. Drugs are bad, okay? It's nuts. But yes, right, we're over here. Sir Campsalot, very good morning to you. Heavy Drillings, welcome in. DeBlaze, top of the morning to you. Real Sim Pilot, I'm not here. No. I have things to do. Thank you. Yes, of course, yes. Your secret is safe with me. Ivana Zaxman is here. Welcome aboard. Happy Saturday, man. The bot needs vocabulary. Put me in a timeout for saying sleepless. What? Really? Stupid bot. Kozaki, top of the morning to you. Paparazzi is here. Just getting ready to go to work. Hope all is well. It's well. Hope you're doing very well, my dude. Gaseous Maximus is here. Flying for fun. Welcome in. Vince C is here. Pfeiffer. Welcome in, Pfeiffer. And Jace, I haven't seen Pfeiffer in a while either. Gabe is over there in the place of YouTube. Welcome in, Gabe. He says, good, checking the clock. Morning, Murph. Back to work soon, but we'll lurk here for a while. Great to see you, Gabe. Hope you're well. Who else is there? Richard DaCosta. Which channel on Discord server do we go for these flights? You'll see it. I tend to ping the bejesus out of my Discord server, usually to the detriment of my community. They're like, does he ever stop pressing buttons? Do you know? But whenever I go live, you'll hear about it, or you'll see all sorts of alerts and all this sort of jazz. Do you know? Sticky Rise, top of the morning to you. Hope all is well. Oh wait, hang on. It's night time for Sticky Rise, isn't it? Jesus, it is. You're positively in the future. And right, do you know? So I'm using live time and live weather. It's dark in Florida at the moment. We're in Opelika, just outside of Miami, and we're expecting to catch the sunrise as we head up towards Space Coast. That's the plan, right? Flight Plan Fan is in the house. Top of the morning to you, man. And productive morning. Got up, had my shower, went out, did the shopping. Well, collected the missus, did the shopping, and now I'm back after a bit of breakfast. And well, the morning transitioning into the afternoon, so we said we'll jump on here for a little bit and probably do some streaming tomorrow as well. I want to fly some airliners at some stage. But today, lads, it's all about the updated TBM 850. And if you haven't already got it, this is, I always say this, but like, this is one of the absolute best aircraft in Microsoft Flight Simulator. It just is. It's a wonderful, wonderful simulation. So the Southeast Asian server, I have it turned off at the moment, but we'll flick the switch and all shall be well in the realm. Better Whiskey, good morning. Muttley is in the house. Good morning, my dude. And yeah, so as I said, it's a nice flight, this one. We're using an IFR flight plan, ! Route into the chat. We'll give you the route. And it's live time and live weather. So everything looks terribly bright behind me, but that'll change now in a moment because I've just the owl exposure turned up to make it look all terribly nice. And we can identify what it is we're looking at. Because, well, the visuals of this aircraft, they're also top-notch. It's beautiful. It's a little bit on the clean side, but it's still beautiful. The TBM 850, they were building them in like 2003, 2004, 2005, so on and so on. I think we're up as far as the TBM 960, maybe. I know there's a 930 or 940 in the sim. And it's all kind of the glass cockpit stuff. This is steam gauge, so a huge fan of this. Cy Murray is here. Good to see you, Cy. Top of the morning to you. Bathtub Pickles, welcome in. Why are you so early? It's time. It felt like it's time. I could use some sausages and grits, says J Foot. I had a breakfast roll this morning. It consisted of sausage rasher, that's bacon, hash brown, and that was it. Oh, an egg as well. Yeah. It tasted as good as the sound. All right, very nice. And I had some strawberry milk with it. Where would you get it? Right. Them bones need calcium. Do you remember those ads? Jesus, used to scare the crap out of me. But right, well, come on over here, and there's a lot of this airplane, so hopefully I don't break it, right? And sure, listen, we'll give it a blast. And if I break it, we'll blame someone else. You know what I mean? So let's see what happens. 2003 is modern, right? Yeah. Let's go with that. So here we are with the TBM, and it's nighttime, so everything's quite dark. I just have the owl exposure brought up so we can see what the crack is, right? But if you have this aircraft, you already know the crack. You know how good it is. If you don't have the aircraft, what's wrong with you? Like, seriously, it's wonderful. It's a fully fledged, built from the ground up aircraft. It's not just like an update that Black Square did over the avionics. They've actually built the whole aircraft from scratch, and it's very, very good. Very, very good. In terms of the sounds, it doesn't have its own unique sounds, but then again, it's the same engine that's in the 850 and the 930. So like, it's a PT68, like it's the same sounds relatively. Like, I don't know if you could actually tell the difference. I'm sure someone could, you know. But what I'm checking out here is it's all these new static elements. See, like all the, we got the prop covers there, the inlet covers or the exhaust covers. We have pitot tube covers, all the remove before flight. We have the chocks. And I was looking at the remove before flight gadgets. They actually move the devils in the wind, look. They move in the wind. Which is kind of nice. Blame it on me, I'm not here anyway. Sweet. Yeah. I'm looking forward to flying this thing. When they released the update, I was like, oh, finally we have the tablet. Do you know what I mean? Now, the default scenery here, it's on the side of crap. Nothing we can do. There isn't a decent Opelaka scenery in the sim. I think there's like a freeware one. But look, this'll do. We're not going to be staying here too long. And the focus, as I said, well, it's not on the airport, it's on the aircraft. So what we're going to do, we're going to jump into the cockpit. Welcome to the cockpit of the TBM, and it's quite dark. It's nighttime, so let me see what we're going to do. We have a tablet, and this is the brand new tablet integration. So we can change various options in here. So at the moment, it's set on the Garmin 530 unit, the GNS 530, which isn't bad. I mean, it's a very capable unit. But I am going to swap over to the GTN 750, which isn't necessarily belonging to November 851 Tango Bravo, but to me, the GTN 750 is a way more capable bit of avionics. It's extremely intuitive, and you have a ton of information on it. So I'm going to go with that, right? The four-bladed prop is different from the later ones. It is. Peter Russell, good to see you, man. Do you have any Oasis tickets for sale? I don't. I heard they were absolute mad to get. Angels15 is here, top of the morning. So there are options. Now we have a couple of other options down here. So unrestricted beta range, show the beta annunciator, instant beta on touchdown. I'm going to leave that off, but we have it there. The cloud strobe effect, that's a new visual effect. So if you're in the cloud and your strobes are going, but it'll kind of blast the light back into the cockpit. That's what happens when you're in the clouds at nighttime. Land with covers and chocks deployed, or load with covers and chocks deployed. That should be right. VR tablet in a static position. or you can kind of move it around. I like to kind of move it around. I like where it's kind of located here. It's on the controls. Do you know what I mean? So I'll leave it there. What else do we have? Show Copilot from the inside, no. And VATSIM monitor all when COM 1 and 2. Yeah, I'll probably turn that on. So that's looking grand. Into our payload section now. We're going to check our fuel. We have 250 gallons. 125 in each. 125 and 130. Go with 130 on. Oh, Jesus. 130 on each wing. Perfect. Our weight and balance. So we have all our door controls here. Refill the oxygen if it was low. We can see that our exterior elements are already in there. So we don't need external power. I'm going to get rid of the engine covers, the pitot covers, and the wheel chocks. And our bag and baggage is where it needs to be. And I have the back door open. We'll close that now in a moment. When it comes to the engine, here is a brand spanking new engine visualizer for the Pratt & Whitney PT6. Isn't it gorgeous, right? Yeah, the sun should be coming up very soon. Very, very soon. So what we can see here, we have our auxiliary boost pumps, which is taking fuel in from our main tanks. We also have a fuel heater, then a fuel filter, then it comes down into the FCU, and then we can see where the fuel is injected into the engine. And you can see these are moving ever so slightly inside, which must mean that the prop is turning. But it isn't, so I need to figure out why it's doing that. They shouldn't be moving. But anyway, it could be just the airflow coming in, and there's not enough strength. See the airflow? There's not enough strength to actually turn the prop. Right. Then we have this chip detection. That's if we kind of do any damage and bits of metal go into the gears there. What else do we have? Cabin pressure, our inertial separator. We will be using that as we're starting up. So we can clear the engine, repair the starter, or clean the filters. A couple of options right there, and we can repair the engine if needs be. The electrical system, you can see our 24-volt battery, and that's going to be going to our main source, and we can see we can plug into a GPU as well. Not going to bother. Here's our starter switch. Then we have the crash bar, which we're going to do all of this now in a moment. Our generators, all the buses, avionics buses, and so on, radio, and so on and so forth. Then we have the cabin environmental system, so we can see where our O2 is being pumped in. We can see where our air conditioning fans can be activated, turned on, using the bleeds and all this sort of jazz. We also have defrosters and engine heating here as well. So cooling and heating. So all looks terribly well. It's class to see all of this because this is explaining the simulation, right? It's all well and good sitting in your plane thinking, yeah, I just turn it on and fly. But when a developer can do this sort of stuff, and A2A kind of started us off here, when they can do this sort of stuff and actually show you the simulation, there's a lot more happening than just a propeller spinning and away you go. It's fascinating when you think about it, right? So what we're going to do, we're going to leave this on the electric page for the moment because we're going to start putting some power into the aircraft. So I'm going to move the electrical bar up. We're going to go onto battery. Generator, leave it off for the moment. And we're going to get a little bit of lights on in here as well because it's dark as bejesus. So panel lights coming up, instrument lights, get the cabin light on and the access lights so we can actually see what we're doing. So we'll go ahead and cancel these guys out. We'll hop into the back here and get this door closed. So we're going to press our little steps up. All our lights out here, they work as well. We can turn these on or off, which is handy. And they're just the entry lights. So I'm going to press and hold the button. That's going to close the door. Door's coming in. And the flap will go down and lock it. And we should see green. Okay, door is closed. Nice one. All right, what else do we need to do here now? Can we get some more lights on here, perhaps? Just brighten everything up so we can see what we're doing. So we can see now that our electrical system, it's now come alive. And there's some stuff that we can see. So to get us kind of up and running with this aircraft, what I need to do, we're going to go prop full, keep our mixture off at the moment, because we don't want to hot start this machine, right? So we're going to the engine page because we're going to watch this. So basically, we're going to engage the starter, wait for the NG to rise, yeah? So our NG needs to rise, and once we know everything's quite okay, we introduce some fuel. When we introduce some fuel, we're going to be watching our ITT for a hot start, right? Your internal turbine temperature, and you're also going to be looking at your NG for a hung start, meaning that you could have everything going terribly well, but the NG just hasn't risen above kind of 55 to 60, meaning that there's no power really there in the engine, and then your torque kind of takes on after that. So what we're going to do, we're going to put on our auxiliary fuel pumps, auto, and we'll go to on because the pressure is not there, so it's a full pressure moving there at the minute, and fuel selector go on to automatic. Back up here to our overhead, and we're going to get our nav lights on so people know the aircraft is going to start doing some stuff. And we have an ignition system. We put the ignition to on, and we're going to put the starter on. So the idea is press and hold the starter, and then once we get to a sufficient NG, we're going to introduce some fuel. So we're going to try this. Starter coming on. Are we ready? So the starter has been engaged, and we can see our NG rising. Everything's happening in here, and we monitor. So once we get up to about 18, it should hold. Looking good. Now we introduce some fuel, and we monitor for a hot start. We're going to peak out at 725. We're monitoring our NG for a hung start. We're up past 50. We're looking good. NG is coming up now to 55. Disengage the starter. Generators can be activated. And we continue with our flows. Good start in the engine. So, please, come on. Fuel pumps are looking good. Avionics Master coming on. And EFIS Master. So, we have a good start in the engine. Let me see here now. Ignition needs to come off. These things are in beta range. There we go. Stall heater, auxiliary boost pump, and the beta range. We'll worry about beta here now in a moment. So we need to disappear the tablet for just a moment. And I should have had the inertial separator on. Not to worry. Looking good here now. Now there's a ton of other tests we can do. Black Square really go into how everything works. It's absolutely incredible. And if you like this sort of jazz, I mean, this is pretty much what the Starship, the Beechcraft Starship, this is the level of complexity we're going to have. Now, if we also look over here, we have our cabin temperature. So that's letting us know that the environmental settings, it's hot as a friggin' bejesus in here, right? So if we have a look over on the right side, cabin temperature is hot, it's 37 degrees. We've loads of lights here we can mess around with. So, well, we're going to figure that one out. So we're going to put on the air conditioning. We're going to bring down the temperature, and the bleeds are going to be set to high, and the fan flow will be set to auto. So that's going to bring down the temperature here very, very quickly, alright? Or at least that's the hope. Everything else over here is grand. Everything here is grand. We better test this. That's okay. IT. That's okay. Barrow. Local is 2997.
500.
Auxiliary boost pump set to auto.
System test.
Okay. Okay, we're looking good here. ECS is working. What else do we need? Turn that gadget on. Like, when we talk about the navigation options with this aircraft, absolutely insane, lads. Insane, right? So messages, no arrival airport, that's grand. So I'm going to come down here into my flight plan. And if I go into the menu here, I should be able to pull one in. So if I click import, I'm going to pull one in from SimBrief. And you can do this on the PMS GTN 750. So I'm going to import the plan from SimBrief. It's going to pull it all in, and we should hopefully match on this system what we have already set on SimBrief. So it's telling us Opelaka up to Space Coast. Yes. Give it a second to load in. Here's the whole plan from start to finish, including our SIDS and stars. Really handy. Really, really handy. What else do we need to do here now? This is our weather system. That's all okay. This is all okay. Access light can be turned off. Trims, leave them alone for the moment. We also have a trend monitor. Real handy. So we can look at the nav page. This is giving us our position. We can look at the fuel page. And we can look at our air data. So this is live time, live everything. It's 0645 local, and we can leave that there. And if we wanted to, we can do our own kind of a timer start-stop switch. We'll leave that alone for the minute. We have our storm lighting. We also have our EFIS, leave it on the left. Annunciator test, that'll brighten up the whole shop. And we also have a test over here. So we'll do a test 1 and a test 2. All is working well. So it says we shouldn't be in beta. I don't know why it thinks we're in beta. There we go, that's out of beta. And you can see the torque and the prop starting to spin up here now. And see the way like the vertical speed is moving. The reason that's going up or down, there's actually prop wash off the propeller hitting those static sensors that we were looking at yesterday. It's pretty cool. Now, we can also change some settings here. So nav, we can go RNAV, we can go MLS, ADF, localizers, or GPS. We're flying on GPS today. So if I go into our SimBrief plan, Well, we're going to start pulling some information off this screen. So we are November 851 Tango Bravo. We're TBM 850. We're going to be departing out of Miami Opelika, and we're going to be flying up past West Palm Beach, up through kind of, I forget the name of that lake. What's the lake of it? Okeechobee. Is that how you pronounce it? And then it's going to be up past Vero Beach, Melbourne, and then on up to Space Coast. Our cruising altitude for today, flight level 160 or 16,000. Cruise profile is normal, unlike a cost index, we're just normal. Average winds along the way, bearing 0 to 8 degrees at 7 knots. What else do we have here now? Fuel, plenty of fuel, cargo, payload, everything here is looking grand. And that's kind of how we're looking. So 16,000 is going to be our altitude for today's flight. So come on over here. This should all be imported in, I think. It is, so you can see our altitudes, they're already there, which means this is going to give us a VNAV profile, which is savage handy, right? So we can go into our map here now and keep an eye on what we're doing. The departure runway this morning is going to be off runway 12, so that's all tickety-boo. We're on standby. We're going to go into test mode now on our Bendix. This will also show you some options in relation to if there's any damages caused, but we'll keep an eye on it here at the moment. So looking here, we're going to go back in and just make sure that everything is working. So our engine is running, the governor is working, we have our outlays on, the inertia separator is open, good air coming in, and fuel, everything, it's an automatic booster pump if and when we need it. Now, if we go on over to our electrical side, well, we can see what's happening now. So our source battery is on, but we're also pulling it in from the generator, and that's feeding all the buses. And then we have our emergency buses. We can go in and mess with those if we need to. At the moment, we don't need to. Everything's on the normal side. Looking at the cabin temperature is now starting to come down. It was up in the 30s, it's now down at 23, and we can see all the pressures coming in from both the engine, ram air, that'll pick up once we get moving, and you have your air conditioning fans here as well. And what else do we have for oxygen system? That's all okay. Aircraft and cabin altitude. So if we have a look at our cabin altitude, we're going up to 16,000 feet, so we're going to bring this guy up to 16,000, and we can keep all that pretty much in auto. And then we're going to be turning off the air conditioning for our initial climb out. What else do we have over here? So cabin temperature is doing the job, so we can calm all this down now. So fan flow, bring it back to low. Temperature will hold it, and our air conditioning, keep it on fan only. So we can turn off the air conditioning, because that's a huge draw when you go flying, right? So as we're waiting here, we're going to go ahead and get our taxi lights on. Our pulse lights can be turned on as well. And do we have that in flickering? We're going to set an initial altitude of 3,000 feet because we do have Class Bravo airspace very close to us. So all of this is looking good. We're going to put this on to on. We're squawking 1200 at the moment. In terms of fuel and pressure, so we can see what's happening. Fuel pressure is good. Your fuel selector tanks. So just like you have in, the Piper we flew last night, this is your fuel tank selector. And you kind of have to turn it, usually every 15 minutes, give or take. However, there is an automatic setting, just as there is in the real plane. Turn that onto automatic mode, and it'll balance the tanks. It'll change that over for you. And we have a cup holder as well. Savage handy. With the TBM 850, we also have what's called 850 mode. When you bring the flap lever up over the bridge, it goes into 850 mode, and that effectively removes any restriction on your torque. It means you can now increase the torque beyond 100%. But you need to be careful, because you can damage the engine if you go beyond that. If you over torque it, you can damage the engine. And there is consequence with this aircraft. It will absolutely kick your ass if you do something wrong. Or you can turn it off. It's up to you, right? It's up to you. So, I think we're looking good here. Instruments are set up. And yeah, I think we're good, lads. Failures, everything should be okay. And it's the engine. This is this is the lifeblood of the plane. We want to make sure there's no issues with the engine. So I can remove that. And what else do you want to do here now? We will turn on our flight directors. We're going to arm nav mode. And we can do a test as well. So press and hold the test button on the autopilot. It'll go off and think about life for a moment. And what else do we need to do here? Transponder's good. Is there any density altitude I need to worry about? It's 27 degrees. So our density altitude is 30. It's nearly 1,400 feet density altitude. It's not enough to make us worry. TBM is very powerful, but you need to be aware of your density altitude. Alright? So the autopilot is still in its testing stage. What else do we need to do here now? We can test to make sure that all our gadgets here are working. The gyro suction is reading just under 5. That'll increase a little bit once we get moving. And what else do I want to do here? Annunciator, no, that's all okay. EFIS is there, fine. Autopilot. Trims. So we're going to have a quick look at our trims here. So you can see the rudder. So the rudder trim wants us to be over here for takeoff. And we'll do a little bit of nose down. Now, the only thing with this plane, the trim is very slow. Very slow to trim this aircraft. I wish they'd put in a little slider that just Flight and A2A do. But anyway, we won't let that bother us. Flaps, we will set flaps to take off. Lots of flaps. And that's kind of us. That's kind of us. So we're going to start taxiing here now in a moment. Now, where am I? So we're looking for runway 12, which is over the far side. So we're going to turn around. We're going to taxi on Papa and stay on Papa the whole way down onto Papa. Right, okay. So the lights aren't terribly bright in this, but listen, we'll put on our landing lights, give them a flash to let them know that we're moving. Strobe lights can stay off for the minute. Parking brake coming off. There's a bit of rolling. Tap the brakes to make sure they're working. And we're going to turn here to the left-hand side. We're just going to follow this up a little bit. Yeah, the lighting is kind of crap on the outside, isn't it? Get yourself turned around there, Murph. Easy. Jesus, the lights are brutal. We could put on the landing lights, but listen, we'll leave it off there for the minute. Right, we're taxiing on back this way. Oh, look at the, it's starting to become dawn. Beautiful. So we're at the FBO. This is Signature, by the way. That's the forward base of operations, or the flight base operations. I don't know what they refer to FBO in aviation these days. Now, we want to ramble on that taxiway. Watch your speed. Yes, yes. And we just want to get onto the taxiway, which is going to be Papa, which is over here on our left-hand side. Sweet. Sweet. So we're on Papa. So we're going to taxi down this way. The US Coast Guard have a big hangar down here as well. And, oh, look at that red sky up there. Isn't that gorgeous? So how are we all doing, lads? A very happy Saturday if you just joined us. And I'm really looking forward to flying this machine. Bring these lights down a little bit so we don't need to be blinding ourselves. So we'll stay on Papa the whole way down until we get down to runway 12. While we're here, we'll just make things a little bit brighter. So go ahead and stick on all our lights. Our strobes should be doing the stroby things. Our wing wag lights are on. Turn off the pulse lights. And we should see the strobes flashing. Super duper. We're going to stay on Papa. Alright, can't wait to see the new lighting engine. Yeah, I think, well, are they going to do much with the lighting? I know they're doing more with kind of the ground effects and all that kind of jazz. But the lights in this aircraft, I think there's a mod you can brighten them up. They just seem a little bit on the dark side. They're very dim or something. Fixed-based operator, that's the one. Thank you, Flying for Fun. I can never remember the gadget for it. So watch the speed. We can help ourselves out by using the beta range on the aircraft rather than burning out the brakes. So using beta is going to slow us down. And we're going to ramble over here to the left at Tango. And this is going to line us up onto the runway. Over here, go ahead and turn on multiplayer. As I said, we're on the Southeast Asian server, lads. If you'd like to join us. It's going to be a nice flight this morning. So the airport in real life, it only opens at 7 o'clock, so we'd actually be just dealing with kind of local traffic. You know what I mean? Steve is here. Good to see you, Steve. So what have we got over here?
Southwest 5678, contact center 126.77.
2677 Southwest 5678.
Okay, so we're going to get ourselves out onto the runway. Hey, we got some peoples here. Nice.
Southwest 111, contact approach 128.1. Good day.
Okay, onto the active.
Southwest 111, good day.
You're after going wrong there, Murph. Say nothing, lads. No one saw it. No one saw it. I was just testing out the brakes. Yeah, that's exactly what I was doing. SK Sun is here. Good to see you. Mick Ham is here. Welcome in, Mick. Yeah, I was just testing the brakes there. Now onto the active now. I can't see. It's night time. Well, it's morning time. Right, here we go.
Actually, 600, thank you for your help. Contact approach 128.1. Good day.
So, line up. Look at that sky. Jesus.
American 2492, 9.8 for 16,000.
Alright, hold her here. Heading, go ahead and send to the heading book. We're going to arm heading mode.
American 2492.
And then we're going to be using a... Let me see, we're going to arm that. V-speed, we're going to set this something fairly lively. We're going to say maybe 2.5. And then we're going to climb up to about 3,000 feet. After takeoff, it's going to be a left turn. We're going to vector ourselves, and then we're going to pick up that magenta line for our IFR flight. All right. So weather radar is on. Stab can be activated.
Number 560 Hotel Pompous, clear to the Montgomery Field Airport via direct warning intersection.
Okay.
Whiskey,
So
Alpha, Romeo,
with that,
November,
flaps are set.
Echo.
We're walking.
Victor
We're talking.
514, mission
And we're
direct,
squawking.
Maintain 16,000,
Accelerate.
And you can resume a normal rate.
Bring that torque up.
560 Hotel Papa, clear to Montgomery Field, Warner. Victor 514, mission major.
Off the brakes. Keep accelerating until we get to our takeoff power. Keep an eye on the torque. We don't want to over torque. The governor will do its job. There's our takeoff power set. Airspeed is alive. The needle is moving. There's 60 knots. We're looking for about 85 here. There's 80. 85. There's 90. Yep, see daisy. Positive rate of climb. Indicating the climb. Gear up. Tap at the toe brakes, monitor the gear that you're travelling. Gears are still travelling. And gears are up. So we've got flaps in. Yaw dampener activated. Autopilot on.
Center Delta 2546 out of 13, 5.230.
We're going to climb at 2,000 feet a minute. Look at that.
Center Delta 5746, 350 across the range.
Beautiful, man. Look at that. So we have the city of Miami just ahead of you. I'm using Samsung 3D gadget thingies, but it's doing well. Right, what's our torque like? Torque is still sitting on 100. We're passing our altitude now, and it's going to be a left turn coming in. We'll keep on this heading for the moment. And we can see all our traffic alerts are coming through, and our GTN unit as well. That's you guys flying around, so we're going good. Set course 356, that's okay. So at this stage we will be requesting a transition into the Bravo airspace. Let's just say for Pig Iron they gave it to us. So we're going to go to our altitude. We're going to increase now up to 5,000. And our climb is quite good here at 2,000 feet. Our speed is nice and low, so we're good. We're getting a sound bug off an aircraft. I don't know what it is. It sounds like the Vision Jet. Or not the Vision Jet. The Honda Jet. Strange, right? Okay, keep an eye on that torque. Altitude is coming up. Speed is looking good. So what we're going to do... We're going to start a left-hand turn here in a moment. So it's going to be a left-hand turn over to 09 or 0 degrees. Look at this. Isn't this beautiful? This is stunning, look. Jesus, look at that, lads. Beautiful. Okay, as our altitude is climbing here, what I'm going to do, we're going to go into IAS mode. And I'm going to start just bringing this down a little bit. Bring our power down. Because I'm going to turn off that inertial separator. This is going to allow us to add in a bit of oomph. You got to be careful. When you disengage the inertial separator, your torque is going to increase. Your torque is going to come up nearly 20%. So we'll keep an eye on that. So here we are now at 5,000 feet. Just monitor the torque here for the moment. Airspeed is starting to come up like a divil. So we're looking good. Accelerating fast now. We're now going to set our cruise altitude, which is flight level 160. Arm that. And we'll set an initial...
Good afternoon, Loxa 620, leaving 315 for 240.
Loxa 620.
Probably 3,000 feet a minute.
The OLR 1, cadet maintain 14,000.
We're going to go into 850 mode. Up over the bridge. Our restriction of torque is now gone. Start bringing in some more power. So there's 105% torque. We're going to go to about 110. You see that speed starting to jump up again. Coming up on 200 knots. We're going to climb here now at 3,000. We're going to arm IAS mode. So climb at 3,000 feet. And once the speed drops down to about 140, we're going to go into IAS mode. Another turn left. We're going to head over to 360 degrees.
Southwest 1927, center good evening.
Keep an eye on the speed coming down the way. We're monitoring our ITT here as well because it's going to get hot. Our speed is now dropping down. We're climbing like an absolute bat out of hell. Look at that. Look at the state of that, lads. Try the Bombardier 350. Oh dear, no. Oh god, no. It's horrendously bad. Well, it was when I first checked it out. So there's our speed starting to bleed off a bit, so I'm going to hold it into IAS mode.
Contact approach 128.1. Good day.
That's going to hold 140.
28.1 Delta 574 today.
Now we're going to do a left turn, get ourselves onto that magenta line. So left turn coming in. And we're going to turn a heading onto 310 degrees. Speed is holding, altitude is climbing. We're not going to break through the altitude limit, so we're going to be staying on local barrow.
Level 270, 500, descending level 240.
Southwest 4342, center descend via the Lucky 1, except maintain 10,000 above altimeter.
So far, so good.
The Lucky 1, maintain 10,000, 4342.
Outside air temperature is 12 degrees, cabin temperature 19 degrees. Okay, we're going to arm nav mode. And if we go into our flight plan, we're on the Shank departure, so we're going to go direct Shank. So we're going to say direct, activate, and nav mode from here is going to take over. So we're not using our heading anymore. So we're coming up to about 10,000 feet. Probably keep those lights on, but we'll put them into pulse. Degrees outside. There's the wind hitting us, so we're on live time and live weather. Isn't this amazing? You're in the 850 last night, big boss? Nice. Yeah, the cockpit is amazing.
27 center on 1267.
Alright, 10,000 feet. Good luck to you. Looking good up here. Looking good over here. And we're looking good over there. Yeah, we're looking good, lads. So we're holding 140 knots. We're in IAS mode, and then once we get to our cruising altitude, which is flight level 160 or 16,000 feet, we just kind of cruise along. Do you know?
Flax 620, contact approach on 128.1.
128.1.
The amount of lights you have on this aircraft is savage, isn't it? Oh, look at that, lads. That is stunning, isn't it? Jeez, that's only gorgeous. Hang on a second. Look at the state of this. Connection lost. Oh, Jesus.
Southwest 4342, turn 10 degrees to the right. 10 degrees to the right, Southwest 4342. And descend to maintain 10,000 degrees, big jack a little bit. Alright, descend to 10,000, Southwest 4342, turn right. Number 0, Hotel Papa, contact approach on 12435. SoCal 4435.
They really got to fix that. That's Fort Lauderdale Airport just beneath us. Jesus, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous looking, isn't it? Look at the state of that. Oh, it's only stunning. Stunning. So we got 1,000 feet to go.
27.3 staying across Karma at 240.
Yeah, Blue 89, Senator.
So far so good.
Except maintain 10,000.
Torque is good.
2997.
Send the lucky one, except maintain 10,000. Blue.
ITT is a little bit on the hot side. So once we level out, we can start moving out that pressure.
Southwest 4342 approach.
We're still in the green, but just.
2435, so 4342, good day.
Enjoy your flight past Palm Beach. Spent many summers here. Oh, nice, Kozaki.
Center, good evening. King Air 550, sir. Pop 11-3 for 15,000 on a sign heading to join the airway.
King Air 550, Sierra Papa, Center, 5 maintain, level 230.
Alright, so 160 is what we're aiming for. We're almost there. And we'll just sync our heading here for the minute as well. Just to make sure if that fails, we can jump in. This is very pretty. So we're starting to level out. Keep an eye on our torque. Keep an eye on our ITT. And this speed now is going to start picking up. We're in the cruise. And our top and drop, let's just go in here and have a gawk. Back into our flight plan as we look at our profile. So Shank, Bobo. And once we get to Durry, we're going to be dropping.
K05, will expect birds here, Pop.
And this is going to be outside of Palm Beach. Alright.
Yeah, now 550, sir, Pop, for the question.
Good.
Yeah, it's Bard. I'm looking for that on the airway here. I'm not finding it.
It's after Imperial.
Speed is coming up. I'm just keeping an eye on that ITT. 815. We're on the higher end of the scale here. So we'll play it by ear. 180 indicated. This is giving us about 230 maybe over the ground. We're fairly booting it. What's our cabin temperature? 19 degrees. That's nice and comfortable.
Center JetBlue 529, flight number 330, descended via the Lucky 2, except for 240.
JetBlue 529, Center, descend via the Lucky 1, except maintain 10,000.
Speed is coming up.
2997.
Okay, Lucky 1, except 10,000, 2997, JetBlue.
Just what a machine this is, isn't it? Isn't it gorgeous, lads? It's a beautiful aircraft. Approaching our VNAV profile. Nice. Live time and weather.
2821, proceed directed high.
Really gorgeous.
Direct highs, Southwest 2821.
Okay. ITT is starting to come down. That's what we wanted. Now, let's have a look at the old ram air situation. So see the way that, like, there's so much more power coming in. Now, even if we just turn on one of the fans here.
Here's 00 Pop, did you find it?
F0 Pop negative. Can you give me the spelling?
So temperature mode, fan only.
Zulu Alpha.
How do we mess with this now?
It should be on the airway there. Unless they moved it.
So there's our bleeds coming in.
Wait, you can expect that in a little bit. 23 is going to be the final. Because Yuma's just going to go ahead and send you anyway.
Roger.
That's interesting. Outside air temperature -2. Electrical system's looking good. Engine. So we're ITT, we're running hot. But we're alright. How cool is that, lads? Isn't it just brilliant? Negative side. I'm just using, what's this warning now? What? GPS. That's okay. Arrival Shank. Now, to help matters with our ITT, we can reduce the power here a little bit.
Flight level 230, Southwest 2821.
So bring the torque back a smidgen. Hold. Shouldn't really impact on our speed, but it definitely will start dropping down our ITT. Look at that. That's awesome. And then, of course, we do have a governor on the prop as well.
126.77, Southwest 2821, CM.
Cabin altitude. So we have it set to 16.
231, clear direct to Alvik.
Clear direct to Alvik 231. Sir, any chance to climb to flight level 370?
Cabin altitude is 1,000 feet.
231, climb and maintain, flight level 370.
Okay, direct Alvik.
6.1 pounds per square inch. This is gorgeous, man. This is gorgeous. The emergency landing gear is in here. If we're in trouble, you gotta like pump that 27 times or something. Just like in the real aircraft. We have a cup holder there, it's not modelled. What else do we need to do? Check life of the gear.
93.11.5.
Test life of the gear.
Police at 9311 Center, hello.
Fuel 290. Current position NG 103, ITT 798. Super. Radar altitude. Okay, so our decision height. Let's call it 300. We're on nav mode, so we're not using VOR, ADF, or any of that jazz.
Nope, 2620, approach 2435.
Bobo is the next waypoint.
35, 2620.
And then Durry is going to be down to 150.
Heading 00.
00, sir, Bob.
So we're going to arm 15. GPS message coming in. So we're at Bobo, and then it's going to be down to Durry.
Good day.
So 15 miles out from Durry. So what we can do, we can set probably 100 feet per minute drop. So we're going to arm that. And we're just going to drop 100 feet a minute. So we're going to descend now to 15,000.
Okay, direct bar.
And take our time.
Yeah, I was looking for an intersection, not a VOR, that's why I was confused.
Right turn to 003 degrees. Happening
I
now.
like old school.
We'll call it 300 now, just to give us a small bit of down pressure. Keep our eye on our speed, but we're fine. Over the ground, what are we doing over the ground? 270 over the ground. We're fairly moving now. There's Kazaki. Look at that coastline.
Center, hello. Descend to be a lucky one arrival, except maintain 120.
Isn't that gorgeous, lads?
Altimeter 2998.
Okay, descend via the Lucky One, except maintain.
All right, so for landing.
And take an altimeter, please.
2998.
Let's have a look.
986.
So it gets fairly busy up here. Now, you'd always have kind of temporary restrictions if they're doing rocket launches out of there. So let's have a look.
Sierra Papa, traffic is added to your right. We'll call it.
So it's a runway 09.
Westbound 737, 25, 24. He'll level right next to you.
Let's go in and have a look.
Yeah, I've got him on the fish finder, we're looking.
So we have an RNAV for 09. That's handy. It's pretty much going to be straight in. Decision height optional or conditional 292. That's okay. Now for missed approach, climb at 800, then climbing right turn to 2,800 feet, direct to Kujan and hold. Which makes sense, right? Because you have a traffic restriction at NASA right ahead of you. So if we go missed, it's an immediate right-hand turn and then right again all the way back to Kujan.
339, level 240.
So we're going to go somewhere like
3 miles, 10 years, 23,000.
we're going to go something like this and then turn, and we're going to stay here at Kujan. And we got to be climbing as well. So if that goes wrong, this is our missed approach.
Plus 339, descend via the Lucky One, except
Okay.
maintain 10,000, altimeter 2998. Descend via the Lucky One, except maintain 10,000.
We're grand at the moment though. Palm Beach is just below us now to the right. Just under the clouds here. It's gorgeous, isn't it? Stunning! Absolutely stunning. And I have to say, lads, the TBM 850, it's just an incredible aircraft. And I'm loving the new updates. I'm loving the new updates. It's gorgeous. They've done a great job. So all is well. We're coming down to flight level 150. It wants to be at that for Durry.
Delta 513, clear direct to NOAA, join the entry to route.
Let's have a look here now. Clef is going to be 14, 13, 12, and then down. So 12 is going to be our last drop. So 18, 60, 70, 80 miles or so we're going to be dropping down after that. All right. So we can probably horse in 14. Here we go. Imagine if Barris comes through with a sound pack for this. Oh, well, the sounds are actually quite good for this. But yeah, if you got like a Barris sound pack for this plane, Jesus, that'd be amazing. I wonder, does FT Sim have one? I wonder. Does anyone know, does FT Sim have a sound pack for the TBM? There's Deadly Dave, look, Angel 15. What are you flying in Angel 15? It just says a Max Simple.
American 2325, climbing to 6.1 for 13,000. Good evening.
American 2325, sir, good evening, maintain level 230.
Maintain flight level 230, American 2325.
This is stunning. Look at the state of this, though. It's a standard MS 930 sound pack with some extras. Yeah, correct, Blaze, yeah. There's a couple of extra sounds in there.
Delta 884 to the 29-1 for 240. Delta 884, center to center via the Lucky 1, accept maintain 12,000, the altimeter is 2998. Center via the Lucky 1, accept maintain 12,000, Delta 884.
We're going to call it 300 on our decision height. Yeah. Get that up out the way. Electrical system. Volts and amps are all looking good. Is there oxygen?
Southwest 5655, so yeah, 13 for Falcon 230.
Southwest 5655.
Speed is good. ITT dropped a nice bit, so we're pretty good. We're pretty good. So next waypoint is going to be Clef. We want to be down at 14,000 feet for Clef. Oh, we'll increase. We'll have it down a little bit of the way. We'll go 500 feet per minute. And then after Clef, we have a bit of a hike until we get up to Wixt. That's going to be our next little drop. So far, so good. Wish I could say, but I'm working in 75 minutes. Jesus, Frank. No worries at all. Have a great day at work, man.
Southwest 5183, contact center 2752. Oh, I climbed you to 33, yes? Southwest 5183? Affirmative. Alright, contact
all is good here. Trims are all looking good.
752.
Alright, we just kind of sit back and enjoy the old flight. Look at that view, though. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? Man alive, that's beautiful, isn't it?
Last 339, approach 2435, see up.
Some tunage.
2435, we'll see you.
Look at all the clouds.
Southwest 5655, contact 2677, adios.
2677, Southwest 5655.
Yes, indeed, Dan. This is from Black Square, they're called. Black Square. It's an amazing aircraft.
Good evening, speaking for Honor Heavy. 57246.
Seabird 44 November Heavy Center, good evening, descend to Vito, Lucky 1 arrival, accept maintain 17,000, 12,000. Well, altimeter is 2900.
Lucky 1,
It's just stunning, isn't it? Absolutely friggin' incredible, lads. Jesus. I absolutely love it. They've made an already awesome aircraft
132.42.
even better. 30 quid, that's a bargain and a half. Nice one, Dan. Rock is in the house. Good to see you. So if you type in exclamation point route, that'll give you the full flight plan. And it's a beautiful spin. As I said, Stephen Wunkanevo did this. And I'm a huge fan of his channel. Like some of the content Steve-O has, it's just incredible. Right, Wix needs to be down at flight level 130. So we'll go ahead and stab that in. Go ahead and arm it. And we'll drop at, I would say, I don't know, 300 feet a minute. As we continue our way down. In a box, man. Good to see you.
480 center 267.
Welcome in, dude. Welcome in.
2677, see ya.
So far, everything running exactly according to plan.
Good afternoon, Los Angeles, Southwest 4454, 1000, climbing 13000.
It's a beautiful flight plan. It's just some sim brief, but like the views here, lads, like they're just incredible, aren't they? A beautiful weather radar out the wing.
For Southwest 4454.
God, look at that.
4454, now I gotta get to above the inbound traffic.
It's just gorgeous.
Much thanks.
So the TBM 850 by Black Square, it's just like, shut up and take me money. Do you know what I mean? It's only gorgeous. So we don't have far to go. It's going to be Wixt, Sulty, Valka, and then we're pretty much in, lads.
United 2074, maintain 300 knots.
300 knots, United 2074. We can't quite give you 300, we can give you 290 to altitude United.
Sending down now, 13,000. Energizer, can see it. It's not Energizer, it's actually beyond, it's, what's it called? It's FS ATC Chatter. Never thought of using the other one, actually.
Center, good evening, Southwest 3341, past 32.
What was the mountain airport you were doing touch and goes? In a box, man. That was down at Milford Sound in New Zealand. Milford Sound. Beautiful. November Zulu Mike Charlie, I think it is. Or Mike. November Zulu Mike. Jeez, I can't remember. Milford Sound, anyway, is the name of it. Ah, beautiful.
Tower Delta 2685, fly 1240, good evening.
Delta 2685, Frederick 60, cross 60, maintain 12000, approach emergency 998.
So it's going to be 13 and then 12.
Trixie, cross Trixie, 12000, 2998.
We're looking good. We'll fly today. Nice. Yeah, beautiful route last night. Stunning. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, actually, is my say intentions working? Let's have a look. Oh, didn't like that.
Delta 2685, do you want 270 at Trixie?
Delta 2685, comply with the speeds on the arrival.
Delta 2685, thank you.
Waiting for simulator? Really? It's not liking this. I have a feeling I need a new version of that. Say intentions.
Net 1827, connect approach at 124.35.
How do we download it?
35, United 1827.
How do we...
Bravo 3341, could exact cross jack at maintain 10,000, September 2998.
Let's see what happens here.
Jack, cross jack at 10,000, Southwest 3341, 2998.
Hang on, we're doing stuff in the background. This plane in New Zealand doing that first airport last night. Dan, really, yeah? Do you like it? Deadly.
Southwest 6583 out of 3000, climbing via the Zoo 2.
South 6583, up in a Roger.
Alright, let's see, can we download the latest version? Oh no, that's alright. Right, the latest version, we'll go ahead and grab that.
Southwest 6583, flighting 035.
Heading 035, Southwest 6583.
Ba-dum-bum-bum, ba-da-bum-bum. Okay.
Southwest 6583, consider 126.77.
2677, we'll see you Southwest 6583.
Behave yourself, Sim. D-D-D-D. 13, call it 12, arm, and drop.
Good evening, South 5075, 25-2, flight level 240.
South 5075, ascending up to Momar, Frederick 60.
Momar, then Trixie, Southwest 5075.
Waiting for simulator. Let's see.
Small Asia 7, connect on Fortune 125.3.
125.3, small Asia 7.
American 43, contact center 133.2.
133.2, American 43, good night.
Okay, how do we get into the... Let's see. Say intentions? An error has occurred in the script.
5001, connect approach on 124.35. 12435, Southwest 5001, good day.
So how do we find say intentions? Say intentions.
South 2685, connect approach on 124.35.
Cell 2685, 2435, good day.
Why is there a scripting error? Interesting. Is that like... The software's pre-released, that's grand. November 851 Tango Bravo. Miami Opelika.
12000 climbing and 230 Viva Zoo.
Alright, let's see if this works.
382, up in Roger.
Hold that. So if we go to, let me see, Opelika. We don't want to talk to Opelika. We want to go to here. We want to go to utilities. We want to go to ATC. No. So if we're looking for, would it be a Miami approach?
That's a big 10-4, good buddy.
119.45. 119.45 transfer. Opelika, November 851 Tango Bravo with a request. Hang on a second. Didn't like that. Opelika, November 851 Tango Bravo, with the request. Let's see if I figure that one out. Opelika, November 851 Tango Bravo. Do. We're having issues with it. Let's see what happens. Kando is here. Good to see you, man. 26 months, my dude. I hope you're well. What's happening? Why isn't this working? I keep getting script errors. Why is that now? Test 1 2. Check input device. Ooh. How do we do this now? Microphone test. Headset, microphone, or default. How is this going to work? Let's have a look. Test. 1 2, test. Alright. Test, 1 2, test. Speech failed. Yes. I wonder, can you use say intentions in like a networked mode? No? Does anyone know if you can do that? Has anyone tried that? Hang on. We're doing science. Does anyone know if you can do that? No? Let's see what happens. Where are we going anyway? Oh, we're going okay. Let's have a look. Flight plan. Set up Navigraph charts first. Really? Did not do that? Really? I need to do a thing. Shh. We're doing a thing. We're doing a thing! Yes, confirm. Yes, confirm. Sign in. Yes. Yes. Well done. Right, give that a second. Off to work, QC Frank. See you later, man. Okay, pilot login. Yes. Now the question is, I wonder can we use this on network mode? If not, I'll have to talk to the lads at Say Intentions. It'd be great if it works. Be the Jesus. Right, let's see here now. Install, install, install. You are now connected to Navigraph. Great news. Okay. Charts are working. Brilliant. Flight plan. So, Valka and then KTEX. What are we? 25 miles out? Okay. So, it's runway 09 we're going for. So, we're going to drop our altitude. We're going to say 3,000 feet. Go ahead and arm that. B speed. Call it 1,500 feet. Start bringing that power back. Over here, go ahead, get some landing lights on. Keep an eye on our pressures. And we can probably open that inertial separator as well. And we'll go heading mode. And we'll be vectoring ourselves. So we're going to go to a heading of 310 degrees. Runway 09 is what we're going for, lads. Alright, let's see if this works. Launch, say, intestines. Yes. So if it's using SimConnect, I wonder how it's going to connect. You know. So let's see now. Email. How do we... That's the wrong password. So how do we find that now? Passwords. Must be SimBrief username. Jesus. Who's in charge? You haven't a clue what you're doing. Listen, lads, it's grand. Totally fine. Don't worry about nothing. Right here now. Waiting for simulator. A second. Experimental. Connection. General identity. Controls, multiplayer, intercom, miscellaneous. Right, so SimBrief username. Wait a second. It's doing stuff. We're doing science. But I really have a feeling we can't. I have a feeling we can't use this in a network mode. Master caution, that's only flashing because we have our inertial separator turned on. That's okay. GPS message, that's okay as well. So we're alright, we're descending here nicely, landing lights are on, 3,000 feet is what we're aiming for. So it's waiting for the simulator, meaning that it can't see the thing, which is a potential problem. Let's see what it does here. Yeah, it's just saying waiting for simulator, so I don't think you can actually use this in master or in whatchamacallit. Oh wait, hang on, there's a client. Wait now, there's a client. Close that. Say intentions. Client. Waiting for flight sim. Let's see now. So it knows I'm November 851 Tango Bravo. This is showing progress. What if I close this guy?
Right to 070, descending to 4,000, Lufthansa 442.
Okay. Someone's talking. It is connected. Progress, lads, progress. Boston Alpha, you take care of my dude. Let's just see if we can get this working. Let's see here now. It wants to find a microphone. How do we do this now? Bluetooth and devices? Devices. Be under sound, wouldn't it? Sound settings. Okay, so input. Choose an input device. Headset, microphone, Oculus, or new device. Oculus? Add a device. Jesus.
Sending to 2000 cleared ILS 189 or 81 Tango Mike.
Why isn't it finding this device is currently in use. Headset, microphone, Oculus Rift. No, but I don't want to use that one. How do I just find another one? All sound devices. Here we go. Input devices. Stereo. Microphone off the game deck. Hello. 1. You guys hearing double audio? No? No, okay. Right, so that's okay. Test 1 2 test. Test 1 2. 0%. 1 2 1 1 2. Alright. Test 1 2 test. Okay, that works. Sweet! Diddly-doo, diddly-doo. Okay, microphone. Okay, so who do we need to talk to? 122.9. No. Arriving at waypoint. That's okay. All right. What's the radios at KTEC or KTIX? Info. Communications. Orlando approach 134.9 or 5. 13495. Orlando approach November 851 Tango Bravo. Didn't like that. Controls. Okay, how do we do this now? Microphone. Text to speech. Test 1 2 test. Okay, so how do we do our push to talk button? Controls, auto assign, comm radio push to talk, joystick, button 11. Orlando approach November 851 Tango Bravo. Hey, Flying Dive, good to see you.
November 851 Tango Bravo, Orlando approach. Good morning, Odessa altimeter 30.00. Heads up, your app version is too old for a reliable experience. Please update to the latest version by downloading from the pilot portal.
Okay, thanks. I'll download the gadget now. How's the audio on that, lads?
Tango Bravo, roger. Let me know once the update is complete.
Okay, well, I'm in a flight at the moment, so can we just, like, work on what we have?
85 Tango Bravo, understood. Let's proceed with what we have.
Okay, November 851 Tango Bravo, TBM 850, looking for a landing at Kilo Tango India X-ray, runway 09.
Tango Bravo, runway 09er is not available. Expect visual approach for runway 31. Say intentions.
There isn't a 3-1. November 851 Tango Bravo, I want to land at Space Coast Airport.
Tango Bravo, proceed direct to Space Coast Airport. Expect visual approach for runway 36. Report airport in sight.
Request runway 09. Getting there.
Tango Bravo, cleared for visual approach runway 9er at Space Coast Airport. Report airport in sight.
Clear for the approach runway 09er at Spaceport. Will report when inside. November 851 Tango Bravo. Alright. It's doing things! What jet is making all the noise? There's like some serious bleeding. I don't know what it's of. It's horrendous. Say intentions. Orlando approach November 851 Tango Bravo. Looking for the local METAR for Space Regional. Tornado, is it? It's been doing that recently. I need to fix the thing.
85 Tango Bravo, runway 9er is not available. Expect visual approach for runway 31. Say intentions.
Request runway 09er. Why is it not giving me that? Alright, we're at 3,000 feet. Speed is looking good coming in. November 851 Tango Bravo has the runway in sight for runway 09.
Tango Bravo, so just a heads up. Runway 09er isn't available at the moment. We're looking at a visual approach for runway 31. If you could, let me know your intentions, please. Heads up, your app version is too old for a reliable experience. Please update to the latest version by download it from the pilot portal.
Okay, so we're obviously using...
Bonanza 46 Lima, Quebec, climb to 4,000, contact approach on 135.6.
Climbing to 4,000, switching to 135.646 Lima, Quebec.
Can I get a refund?
There's no refunds. Okay, so the app version I'm using is too old. Okay.
Hold at Waypoint Briggs. Expect further clearance in 10 minutes.
Right, get rid of that for a minute. Why is that version 21118? This is wrecking me head. Stupid thing! Okay, so it's using too many programs, so let's fix this. Let us fix this problem. Open file location, please. Okay, let us see. We'll fix this now completely. I don't like hating on them, but they do. No, we'll get there in a minute, Seb. We'll get there in a minute. So there's one there, right? So we're going to say intentions, right? Say intentions. 26. Right, where are you? There's the app found there. So what's this one? Let's just uninstall this old one. Right, we're gonna land this first. Autopilot off. And let's just ramble us into where it is we need to go. Easy does it now, Murph. Speed is coming down nicely. Drop the gear. It's hard to see, isn't it? J-Foot saying Say Intentions is a disaster. I don't know, we'll give it a shot here now in a second. I'd like to see if I can get the thing working, do you know what I mean? Because I keep telling them, yeah, I'm going to use it, and then I don't use it, so I need to use it. So let us land and we'll get the whole thing kind of figured out and flushed out, do you know what I mean? Like, I tend to use VATSIM more, but like, listen, we'll give it a blast. I can't see a shagging thing. Look at the state of the weather here, man. Beautiful. So if we use the latest update for the app, we should be sound. You know what I mean? We should be sound. Gears down. Easy. Easy. Got some trim in here, Murph.
That's a big 10-4, good buddy.
Flying dive, thank you very much indeed. 4 months, dude. I want Say Intentions to be good. Oh, should we all do? We'll give it, no, we'll see what happens. I'll see if I can kind of tweak it here now. I will say this about Say Intentions, they are extremely proactive. Like, they are extremely proactive. Beyond ATC are as well, but I just think Say Intentions have just kind of pushed more, you know what I mean? Now, watch your speed here. We're a little bit all over the shop, but it's grand. Keep flying, Murph. Just keep flying, just keep flying. We're 7 miles out. Yeah, there's constant updates, like, which is, you know, which is brilliant. But what I'm going to do, once I get landed here, I'm going to properly try Say Intentions. We're going to see if we can get the gadget up and running. Because I'm interested to see how well it's going to work. Like, for the moment, I can definitely use FSATC.
Okay, 382, plotting 035.
Heading 035, United 322.
Like, you're a passenger in this application, but like it just adds immersion because you can hear it, you know what I mean? And it's a great way to kind of start learning how to speak ATC vocab.
South 3341, connect on
Keep our pulse lights on.
1.35.
2435, Southwest 3341.
We're very low here, lads. Continue in. I can see the lights of the runway, but it's just very difficult, that's all. What about beyond ATC? Hey, Cyrus. It's
6.77.
I just don't think it's as good. There's features that I like, but it's just Say Intentions. They're just more. They're proactive. They're doing way more faster. You know what I mean? Now I say that's since that was the last time I used it. I'll give it a proper install here now in a moment. I just want to get ourselves landed here at the minute.
Approach Alaska 250, passing 260 for 240. Good evening.
This is very pretty.
250 and Roger, cross India to maintain 2000. Final altimeter is 2996.
2996, India 12, Alaska 250.
Alright, continue on in. There's the runway. 7 knot wind. Jesus, what a beautiful flight. We got the sunrise and everything, lads. Stunning.
Southwest 5075, connect approach down 124.35.
12435, Southern 57, Falcon 9.
Right, our decision height is 300 feet. Speed is good. A little bit of wind to aim off in, but we're okay. There's our runway dead ahead. Isn't that pretty? Alright, on the glide. Ish.
So 3692, 136, common flight level 230.
So 3692, up and around.
Hey Viper, good to see you. Welcome in. 500. Yeah, alright. Get her down. Speed is good. little bit high. We're getting a little bit pushed. There we go. There we go, that's better.
4016, descend and maintain flight level.
Here's the decision height.
Descent flight level 240, Skywest 4016.
Jesus.
We're all right. Ooh, this is pretty. Alrighty.
Oscar 250, connect approach on, stand by your for right now. 250.
Alright, drop her down, Murph. Try not to float you. Ooh, Jesus, the wind.
Oscar 259, go connect approach on 128.1.
28.
Little bit of a bounce. Intubate it. Look at that decel. Alright. Out of beta.
Good evening. Jet Edge 21.
Got an F-16 over there.
26.5 for 2 hours.
Jet Edge 521, Lieutenant Roger, cross 12 miles, south of Homeland at 12,000, 12 from Homeland at 12, Ontario.
Not my finest hour, but at least we're down.
Yeah, it was at 10 at 12 and then cross at 12.
Alright.
521, cross 12 miles, south of
Flaps are in.
12 from Homeland at 12.
Okay, 12 at home. 12.
Jet Edge 521, 12, south from Homeland at 12.
Okay, 12 south at home.
Alright. Nothing fancy, just throw it over here. The weather's mad, isn't it?
Good afternoon, American 1514, about to leave 14.5 for flight level 230.
1514, Lieutenant Roger. Bank 1243, finding 265, still maintain 10,000, cross 200,
265, heading just 10,000.
Alright, that'll do us. On the brakes. Good, good. Taxi light off, nav lights are still on. There's also happening. Captain Sickbag, thank you very much indeed. 500. The absolute gent. Right, inertial separator is still on. We can go ahead now and kill off our avionics. Put you into standby. Put you to off. And these guys are all going to come off here now as well. Lead's going to turn those off. Autopilot. Avionics. Booster pump off. And alright. And that be us. Nice little flight. Okay, there's our first flight done. So what I want to do, I want to get Say Intentions up and running, right? This is the mission, lads. This is the mission. So our next flight is going to be from Space Coast Regional. We're going to be going from Space Coast Regional Airport all the way up to Daytona. That's our next flight. Live time, live weather. Did you see Say Intentions have brought out an AI co-pilot? Their demo page. Oh, nice. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna let me do the whole shebang here now, right? So where's this? Say Intentions. Get it out of there. Yeah, get the whole lot out of there. Are you sure? Yes. Preparing to remove. Get the whole shebang out of there, and we'll see what way this is going to work now. So the sim, it's thinking about life at the moment. Captain Sickbag, have a great day, my dude. Have a great day. And I have Beyond ATC there as well, but it's Say Intentions I want to give this a proper kind of a run at. Now this is going to hang because the sim is still there, isn't it? There we go. So let's see here now. So Say Intentions should be gone. Yeah, it's not. So there's another app still there. So even like there's another version of Say Intentions that loaded in, which is just a pain in the hoop. There's the client. Get the client out of there. Get the whole lot out of there. Because I think what was happening, lads, I had to remove the application from the computer. Yes. right? Right, that looks good. Now, if I go back into here, how is say intention still there? Open file location. Open file location. Say intentions. Okay. So there's a whole load of stuff in here we need to get rid of. So, is there like an uninstall? No, there's not. What's the address of this guy? Desktop. Okay, so there's a program living on my desktop, right? Say intentions. There we go. Delete. Right, the sim has taken 6 3/4 years, so we're going to nuke the sim, flight sim, and good luck to you. Okay, right, we're getting progress is being made. Progress is being made. So this guy, remove him. Right, okay. Now I think we're laughing. I hope. So if I have the latest version, enter recycle bin, yes. And I'm now going to reinstall, reinstall, say intentions, extract, yes, say intentions, and install. Let's see what happens here, right? So we're going to say yes, 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 yes. And we'll start doing some stuff, right? Launch say intentions. So hopefully it doesn't like crap out here now in a second. 2.6.5, waiting for simulator, settings. So let's make sure all this gear is set up. So that's right, that's right, that's right. That's right. That's right. Controls. That's right. Multiplayer, live multiplayer, glow. I don't know. Intercom. That's all okay. Mentor. We have cabin crew and everything. That's mad, isn't it? Right. Okay. Experimental. No. Right. We'll see what else we can do, but let's leave it there. Right. So that's up and running. So we're gonna go flight sim. Now, while the sim is loading, lads, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go in and create a new flight plan. All right, so we'll go ahead and bring over a flight plan. I'll do a new flight. And we are November 851 Tango Bravo. November 851 Tango Bravo. And we're going to be departing now Space Coast. And we're going to be heading up to Daytona. KDAB. We're in a TBM 850. So flight time just under an hour. And tell the sim everything's okay because I shut you down. So this is a very straightforward flight, but let's see what it's going to give us, right? So the whole idea is I want, say, intentions to be able to detect what we're doing here as well. This is just like kind of messing. Now, if you didn't want this, you could just go on to VATSIM and see if there's anyone on VATSIM, but I doubt we're going to have anyone over the side of the road. We've no one really here at the minute. Atlanta is up, but we're miles away from Atlanta, you know what I mean? So, yeah. Oh, Cork is... So Shannon's on. Nice. Right, okay, so we're not going to worry about VATSIM. So we're going to generate the flight, and let's see what it's going to start doing. Tide is fill, look at that. So let's look at our cruising altitude for this flight, because it's 50 minutes. This isn't far at all. Departing runway 09er, and we're going to be arriving on 07 left. 10,000 feet is going to be our altitude flying across. That's okay with me. And it's a direct to Mallet, Smyrna, and then direct into 07. Okay. There's Daytona Beach. Right, so move this guy across. And now we're going to go into our Navigraph. There's Navigraph. And let's see here now. I'm going to unload and unload. And we're going to import a flight from SimBrief. And we're going to import a flight from SimBrief. That's going to be that one and that one. And what we're going to do, we're going to copy this. We're going to put this into our flight plan. Just so you guys can follow along. Stream elements. And the route is here. And we're going to paste you in there. So there's the route gone in, lads. And I'll do the same for our YouTube viewers. Just give us a second. You really need to make this all into one page. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Okay, so there's a route set up on both. And we're still in the TBM 850. This is from Black Square. And as I said, lads, it's a friggin' cracker, this is. It's just deadly, right? It's deadly. Now, the plan is, lads, we're going to be raiding over to Allison Johnson immediately once we get landed over in Daytona, because Ali has a nice flight for today. So that's the plan of attack. So let's go in and have an old gawk, shall we? So KTEX, it wants us to go out on runway 09er, and which then it's, well, let's see if ATC will give us vectors. There is a TF4 here, so it'll be interesting to see if it figures out, you know. And then we're pretty much straight in. And it's looking for 07. 07 left is down here. It's the biggest runway in the house. So it'll bring us in directly over the speedway, over the race circuit. That's over on the left-hand side. And we'll ramble on in. When it comes to looking at charts and all the different airspaces that we have here, so let's have another little look. So there is a Class Echo, right? So that's okay. Then we're in Golf. Then we're into Echo. We touch on the side of a Class Delta, but I think we're okay. Then we come into Charlie airspace, but KDAB is inside the Charlie airspace. So we need to be talking to them before we get in there. We need to talk to Class Echo as well. American airspace is very different than what we have in Europe. Once you kind of figure it out, it makes total sense, but like, it's, you know what I mean? And if you're ever stuck, all the information that you've ever needed is over on our website, because we did a full course with that. How to speak to ATC and all that sort of jazz. Right, so we are over here, and we'll just get ourselves... Where's the general aviation ramp? It's actually down here, is it? It's down here. But let's try it down here for the crack. There is an FBO over there. So we're going to go from there, and then we're heading up the road. So let's say fly. And the hope here is we're going to import the flight plan out of SimBrief into the aircraft itself. And we're going to talk to, say, intentions. And this is going to be interesting. So it's waiting for the sim here now. Hasn't got it yet, but it's starting to pick up some information. So let's just see what happens. Our call sign is November 851 Tango Bravo. We're in a TBM 850. And the hope here is it hasn't detected anything yet. Okay. So I'm just going to turn off multiplayer for the moment because we're getting a horrendous sound bleed in, which is absolutely crap, which we don't want. So here we go. Welcome to Titusville. Please take a moment. That's okay. Has the runway in sight. All right. Okay. So this looks to be fairly good. So if we're going to say new flight, and let's see if it'll sync everything. Settings. Let's just double check all as well here. So multiplayer, intercom, experimental. So general, that's all okay. Miscellaneous, that's okay. Intercom, that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Okay. Space Coast Regional. Okay. This software is pre-release beta. Okay. How is it going to know my flight? Okay. Let's just wing it. Put you over there. So, bit of power into the aircraft, please. And go ahead and get this guy on. Landing gears in the down position. Engines are off. All is looking well in the realm. Open up that inertial separator. We're going to want that. Parking brake is set to on. And I can't really do much with the avionics, but let's just see what we can do here. Can I get a ground power unit in, please? Payload. External power. I'm going to flick this up to GPU. So there's a little GPU running there. Sweet. And then the payload, if we get the aft door open. There she goes. Kick out the chair, or the steps as well. Alright, okay, so we do have some sort of power here. So if we go on over to 120625, 120625, transfer. Okay, there's no ATIS. What about ground? 121.85. 121.84.
Altimeter 3003. Arriving and departing runways 36, 27. Visual approach is in use. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information Golf.
Okay. Space Coast, November 851 Tango Bravo is a TBM over at the FBO. We have information Golf, looking to pick up IFR clearance to Daytona with a runway 09 departure. Let's see what it says. You can tell us to
I hear you, 1 sec.
He hears us anyway. You can tell us to shag off now. Do you know? Right, what else we need to do? Have lights.
November 851 Tango Bravo, Space Coast ground. Information Golf is current. Cleared to Daytona Beach. After departure, fly radar vectors to Mellet, then as filed. Departure runway 09er. Initial climb to 10,000. Departure on 134.905, squawk 4147.
Okay, sweet. Clear to space. Negative. Cleared to Daytona. After departure, fly radar vectors to Mallet, then as filed. Departure runway 09er. Initial climb, altitude 10,000, and over to departure on 134.905, squawking 4147 for 851 Tango Bravo.
Tango Bravo. Read back correct. Contact ground on 121.85.
Over the ground, 121.85. 851 Tango Bravo. All right. What are we saying? So 4147. 4147. Turn it on. So we don't need to ask for startup. So we're just going to start it up ourselves. So get the ladder in. Come hither. Get the door closed. We shouldn't have any. No, we do. So we need to remove all our tie downs and stuff. Oh no, we don't. They're already gone. All right, sweet. Okay. Fuel. Top up of fuel. Call it 120 in each tank. That'll do. That looks good to me. That looks good to me. And that looks good to me. All right. Okay. So we're gonna go for a startup. So we'll let the dude on the ground know. Hey, Jimmy, we're starting things up. Actually, Jimmy shouldn't be there. Jimmy's gonna get hurt. What am I looking for here now? Air show. ES connector. FS traffic. Do I not have a button for this? Airport sim objects. Yeah, remove him, will you? Who are you? You are a pushback, are you? There it's gone. That's a neat little trick, lads. Did you see that? Did you see what I just did? Using a small little gadget. It's called the Airport Sim Object Toggle Tool. You can get it on the marketplace. It's handy for just removing stuff out of your way. Right, so we're going to put some power into this aircraft. Currently on the GPU. Ignition is going to come on. Nav light is already on. And we continue with our flows. Fuel booster pumps comes on. They're looking good there. Inertial separator is already open. Avionics. I think we can start with the avionics on because we're on ground power. I could be very wrong, but listen, we'll find out together. Right, so prop full, mixture off, throttle, keep it out of beta, please. There we go. And I think the rest is going to be fairly straightforward, isn't it? Cancel the caution, vacuum, inertial stall, pitot heat, battery off. Okay, let's go avionics off. I wonder will it delete anything? So off APU and ignition on and start. And we can remove that GPU now. All right, monitoring our NG up to about 18. Fuel in. Watch our IGT for a hot start. She is peaking at 797. Watching our NG for a hung start. We're good. Starter off. Looking good. Continue with our flows. All right. TBM pilot, welcome in. Yeah, I don't know, lads. I haven't used saying tensions in so long, so we'll give it a blast and see what happens, right? Pitos on the inertial separator, they're okay. Leave the inertial separator on. Pitos can come on. Reset our barrow, reset our heading. Flight plan, we're going to do an import from SimBrief. Alright. Okay. Flight director, bring you live. 10,000 feet. That's our initial climb. And what are we looking for here? Okay. So we need to tune into ground 121.85. Space Coast Ground, November 851 Tango Bravo, TBM over at the FBO, request taxi to runway 09er.
8 to 5 Tango Bravo, taxi to runway 09er via Charlie, cross runway 36, then Bravo. Contact tower on 118.9er when ready for departure.
Taxi runway 09er via Charlie, cross runway 36, and then Bravo. Contact tower on 118.9 when ready. November 851 Tango Bravo. Alright, Charlie, cross the runway, and then Bravo. Alright. Taxi lights on. Looking good up here. Looking good down here. Alright, sports fans, off the brakes. Roll us forward. Test the brakes. We're looking good. Make sure all our settings are correct.
Space Coast ground taxi to runway 27 via Alpha. Negative, request taxi to the elevation area for parking.
That's just other people having the app. Alright, set flaps. So we're going to be crossing runway 36 here. So go ahead and light up everything. Strobes on. Left is clear. Right is clear.
Station Air 14 Quebec is clear to the runway. Request taxi to general aviation parking.
Not too bad.
Station Air 1914 Quebec Space Coast ground taxi to general. Aviation parking via Alpha cross runway 18. Remain this frequency. Have a good day.
So we're going to be turning left then onto Bravo, so we'll keep moving forward. Does ATC tell you what to say? Yeah, it does. It does, Briggsy. So you can like, if you want, you can open like a text dialogue, and you can see what they're asking you. People that are speaking, is it all AI? It's all AI. Some of the voices actually records you, so your voice could be used. Actually, I might turn that feature on. Imagine some poor idiot hearing me. That'd be hilarious. There it was flying, and there was a Murphy. General, share my audio. Why not? Right, Jason nearly went off the runway. So on up to Bravo, and we're going to hold short runway 09er. Then we're going to talk to tower. Kind of mad, lads, isn't it? It is a great way to learn. Like, it might teach you some bad habits, but the whole point here is learning. Jason, look at the temperature. It's learning what to say to ATC. Is that an ECS fault? Or is just the sun hitting it? That's the sun hitting it. Alright, okay. Get that temperature down. It's as hot as feck in here, look. Jesus. Jesus. First time hearing Murphy on Say Intentions. Asher, Jesus, now I've gone and made a mess of me plane. Be grand, right? Be grand. Alright, so we're just taxiing forward here, and we're on Bravo, and now we're going to go over to Tower. I'm going to talk to this guy here now in a moment. We're going to be taking off. Initial climb is going to be 10,000.
Kilo uniform 59, enter left downwind, expect landing clearance.
And then we're going to be going direct to Mallet.
Downwind, awaiting landing clearance, Mustang 9er Kilo uniform 59.
You need to ask for something crazy, that would be funny to pop up. Yeah.
Skyhawk 542 Alpha X-ray hold, short of runway 25, traffic on final.
Holding short of runway 25, Skyhawk 542 Alpha X-ray.
I got a trim set up. Trim set. With a nose down set. Alright. What a machine you are, plane. What a machine. Space Coast Tower, November 851 Tango Bravo, holding short runway 09, ready for departure. Ease now.
November 851 Tango Bravo, Space Coast Tower, runway 09er, winds 100 at 4, cleared for takeoff.
Clear takeoff runway 09er, November 851 Tango Bravo. Alright. Flap set. Weather radar on. Transponder is on. Shore final is clear. Departure is clear. Alright. Get ourselves lined up. Sync the heading. Heading synced. Heading armed. Alright, friends. It is time to fly. Are we ready? Best plane, it's really good. Okay, power coming in. What's our torque rise? 40, 60, off the brakes. And takeoff power set. Speed live. The needle is moving. We're going to rotate at around 85 knots. And we're going to climb out straight ahead. Climb into 10,000, then a left turn to Mallet. There's 90. Yep, see Daisy. Positive rate of climb, we're indicating. Gear up, tapping the toe brakes. A little pitch here for about a 120. Flaps in. And we'll climb here at about 2,000 feet a minute. November 851 Tango Bravo, airborne, passing altitude 600 feet for flight level 10,000.
Tango Bravo, climb flight level 100, proceed on course.
Climb flight level 100, proceed on course, 851 Tango Bravo. Alright. Direct Mallet.
Mooney 824 Foxtrot Delta cleared for immediate takeoff, runway tree.
Left turn coming in.
Immediate takeoff, runway tree. Mooney 824 Foxtrot Delta.
Alright, bring some power back. Want to get rid of that inertia separator.
Tango Bravo, contact departure on 134.9 or 5.
Over to departure on 134.905, 851 Tango Bravo. Space Coast departure, November 851 Tango Bravo, passing 3,000 for 10,000.
November 851 Tango Bravo, Orlando approach radar contact, cleared direct Mallet. Climb and maintain 10,000.
Clear direct Mallet, climb, maintain 10,000, 851 Tango Bravo.
Tango Bravo, roger, say requested altitude.
Climbing to flight level 10,000, 851 Tango Bravo. Alright, so the new cockpit update for the app, you can have a co-pilot in channel 1. Oh, can you? That's awesome. Eric is quick? Yeah, it is. It's quirky but viable. Hey, Spitfire's here. Good to see you, man.
85 Tango Bravo, contact Miami Center on 128.65.
Contact Miami Center, 12865, November 851 Tango Bravo. Miami Center, November 851 Tango Bravo, passing 5,000 for 10,000. Okay, rate of climb is good.
November 851 Tango Bravo, Miami Center. Good morning, Titusville altimeter 30.00.
30.00, November 851 Tango Bravo. Alright, put into 850 mode and bring the torque up. Watch the ITT as we're doing so.
85 Tango Bravo, Miami Center. Good morning, Titusville altimeter 30.00.
Altimeter 30.00. 851 Tango Bravo. Alright. Yes indeed, Super Tie.
85 Tango Bravo, radar contact. Continue climb to 10,000 feet.
Continue climb to 10,000 feet. 851 Tango Bravo. I mean, it's behaving, right? You know, it's following the book at the minute. Alright. Looking good here, looking good there. Power's good. Cabin temperature, that's looking a bit better. That's looking good. We're only going up to 10,000 feet, so I'd leave that alone. Weather's doing weather things. Look at that. Beautiful. Okay, direct mallet. Let's see what happens after that. Now I wonder, how do we get that new co-pilot feature in there? 1,000 feet to go. In settings. Oh, intercom, is it?
Tango Bravo, contact Orlando departure approach on 134.905.
Over to approach on 134.905, November 851 Tango Bravo. Orlando approach, November 851 Tango Bravo, flight level 10,000.
November 851 Tango Bravo, Orlando departure. Good morning, Titusville, altimeter 30.00.
Altimeter 30.00, 851 Tango Bravo. So it's on intercom, yeah? Like, isn't it in here? Hey, hello there.
Tango Bravo, Orlando approach. Good morning.
Okay, how do we get this to intercom?
Departure TBM 1 Juliet November 5,000, climbing to 19,000.
Hey, Mrs. TPHI is here. Good to see you. A bit of work to get it set up, as I have to sign the push to talk button for each one. Oh, is it? Okay, this is interesting. Hang on. Intercom.
TBM 1 Juliet November radar contact. Fly heading 330 vectors to Mallet. Steno navigation.
Fly heading 330 vectors to Mallet. Steno navigation. 1 Juliet November.
Okay.
Departure TBM 1 Juliet November. Request climb to flight level 260.
85 Tango Bravo, descend and maintain 4,000, turn left, heading 275 vectors for the ILS runway, 7 left approach.
Descend and maintain 4,000, turn left heading 275, vectors for the ILS approach, runway 7 left for 851 Tango Bravo. Alright, there we go. And the speed back. We want 275. Let's go heading. Hey there. Let's see, can I set the buttons up? D. Hang on. Me button has come loose, lads. Ah, Jesus. Move the whole thing, Murphy. Why don't you? Jesus. Right, we're gone now. Okay, so why isn't that working? Settings. Watch your speed. Hello there. So like you have a tour guide. Okay, so intercom is on. Hey, can you hear me? Why can't I get the intercom on? Yes, Mirandai. Hello there. Hope you're well. I'm doing all sorts of science. Let me see. Controls. Winwig. Button 53. 53 not assigned.
Departure. Diamond 124 Papa Tango. Climbing to 1,400 for 6,000 feet.
Intercom push to talk. Hey, hello there. Doesn't want to work. Let's go back into settings. Oh, intercom on off switch. Gotcha. Hello?
85 Tango Bravo, proceed direct to Tigay. And for now, descend and maintain 4,000 until you're established on the localizer. You're cleared for the ILS approach on runway 7 left. Safe flying.
Proceed direct to Tigay, and for now, descend, maintain 4,000 until established. Cleared for the ILS approach, runway 7 left. 851 Tango Bravo.
American 1555, contact approach 125.8.
Contacting approach 125.8. American 1555. Hey, good morning.
4,000 is what we want. And yeah, right, let's see what this does. Hello there.
Diamond 329er Sierra Tango, reduced to 100 knots, your number 2, following a Cessna.
Hello there.
Flowing to 100 knots, number 2, behind the Cessna tree, 29er Sierra Tango.
I can't get the other guy to talk. Hello, hello? He doesn't want to talk to us, lads. Controls. Intercom push to talk. Intercom on off switch. On off button. I'm having a mare with this thing. Talk to the other guy and say intentions to go to intercom, pick your co-pilot and the passenger. Yeah, no, I did all that. Did that. Intercom, I have him.
UPS 901, heavy contact center on 133.5. Good day.
Intercom push to talk.
On 133.5, good day. UPS 901, heavy.
Hello. Hey, passenger co-pilot dude. Miguel, yeah, I've done that. Hang on, we'll get him yapping now in a second. Intercom push to talk. Hello? Really? Why won't it do that? Okay. Intercom push to talk. That. Hello there, can you hear me?
Loud and clear, two-tone. Ready to help you navigate this flight like a pro.
Yeah, well, it's about time. I was trying to get you connected for ages. Anyway, what's the weather doing?
The weather looks good for our flight, but always check the latest meters and tabs for updates. For example, if you see a meter like KDAB 08115, 3Z 12010 KT10, SMCLR, that means clear skies with a light breeze. Keep an eye on any changes as we approach Daytona Beach.
I mean, that sounds like a plan. That's exactly what I'm going to do. Now tell me, who usually wins at Daytona Beach? Your man is handy, isn't he?
Well, two-tone Daytona Beach is famous for its speedway, and if we're talking about racing, it's usually the NASCAR drivers who take the crown. But in aviation, we always aim for a smooth landing, not a race.
Oh,
Speaking
you
of
betcha.
which, let's keep our approach clean for runway 7L at KDAB.
Okay, I'm currently on the ILS approach for runway 07 left at KDAB, currently at 4,000 feet. Range to the airport is about 10 miles. I don't like the red blinking warning.
Sounds good, two-tone. As you're on the ILS approach for runway 7L at Daytona Beach, make sure to maintain your glide slope and localizer. Keep an eye on your airspeed. You want to be around 120 knots as you get closer.
Okay.
Remember, if you need to go around, just call out going around and follow the missed approach procedure. You've got this.
You've got this. November 851 Tango Bravo, established on the ILS for runway 07 left. Let's see what it says. I'm not reading.
Tango Bravo, continue approach. Contact Daytona Beach Tower on 120.7 when ready to land.
Continue approach. Contact Daytona Beach Tower 120.7 when ready to land. 851 Tango Bravo. 120.7. Daytona Tower, November 851 Tango Bravo, established on the ILS runway 07 left, 10 miles, full stop landing. BB Max Stone. This is all say intentions.
November 851 Tango Bravo, Daytona Beach Tower, winds 085 at 5, runway 7 left, cleared to land.
Clear to land, runway 07 left, 851 Tango Bravo. Alright, drop her down. Decision height on this gadget. Call it 250.
November, Quebec, contact departure.
Your lights are on.
Contact departure, Viper 9er, Quebec.
What's the altimeter of Daytona Airport?
The altimeter at Daytona Beach is currently 30.03. Make sure to set that before your approach.
Alright, and what's the field elevation?
The field elevation at Daytona Beach is 55 feet. Keep that in mind for your approach.
Roger, roger. You can ask it anything, yeah. Alright, okay.
Roger that, two-tone. Let's keep our focus on the approach.
Sure.
Remember, as you're on the ILS for runway 7L, make sure to monitor your glide slope and localizer closely. If you have any specific questions about the approach or anything else, just let me know.
Departure, good afternoon, Mooney 68188, leaving 1000, heading 030.
Okay, we got the runway in sight. We are established and we're coming straight in.
68188.
Beechcraft 9001 Bravo, taxi to runway 24 via taxiway Alpha.
Let's see what happens.
Taxiing to runway 24 via taxiway Alpha, Beechcraft
Thanks.
9001 Bravo.
How do we turn him down now? Like, it's grand. It can be used too much, which I'm very sensitive of. Like, if you're using it way too much. The ATC element is pretty good, and yeah, it's super handy having someone there to say, hey, what the hell is this? But so far it's been fairly consistent. This has been fairly good. Alright, before landing, gums, so we're gonna say gear. What's the speed? Alright, gear coming down. Easy now. So fuel is alright, undercarriage is coming down, mixture is fully rich, prop is, it's all automated, and seatbelts. So props are set, gear is coming down, gear is now locked. We've already been cleared to land. So we just kind of ramble in. Decision height is set at 250. Forgot the inertial separator, but you listen. It'll be grand, it'll be grand. Can Saint engines do helicopters then, no? We're gonna get a caution light for the inertial separator, but that's okay. I'm expecting that speed about 120. If I use your ATC course with this, would I be prepared on VATSIM? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, like we already have the script in there. The only difference is Saint engines might deviate from what's said in a local area, but it'll get the gist of it somewhat right, you know? What's your name? What do I call you?
You can call me Uncle Harley. I'm here to help you with anything aviation related during our flight.
I don't like that. I'm gonna call you Kit. Can I call you Kit?
Sure thing, Two-Tone. You can call me Kit if that makes you feel better. Just remember, I'm still here to help you fly like a pro.
Thanks very much. Alright, Kit. Good man yourself.
Final, Echo Zulu Sierra.
I think you meant Kit, but I appreciate the compliment. Let's keep our focus on the flight. Since you're on the ILS approach for runway 7L, remember to manage your airspeed and maintain a stable descent rate.
Easy. 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 Alright, watch the flare. Hold the nose. And a gentle touchdown. There we go. Into beta.
Duke Zulu Sierra, wind 0040 at 13, runway 7 right, cleared to land.
Alright. Now let me see, I want to get over to the FBO, so we're going to do a left turn here.
Echo Zulu Sierra, clear of runway.
Duke Zulu Sierra, contact ground on 121.9er.
And A51 Tango Bravo, clear the runway, vacated onto November 6. Request parking to the FBO.
Welcome to Daytona Beach. Contact ground on 121.9er.
Contact ground 121.9, November 851 Tango Bravo.
Bravo. Taxi to FBO via Papa 6 Papa. Cross runway 34, then Echo Mike 2. Have a good day.
Okay, so why did Tower give me that instruction? Taxi to the FBO via Papa 6 Papa, cross runway 34, then Echo Mike 2. 851 Tango Bravo. That's interesting. The instruction he gave me is wrong.
Bonanza, November 64 Foxtrot, Alpha 2, hold short, runway 21 traffic on final. Holding short, runway 21 Bonanza,
Let's go over the
November
ground.
64, Foxtrot Alpha 2.
We'll ask him. Daytona ground, November 851 Tango Bravo has vacated the runway, is on Charlie. Request parking at the FBO.
November 851 Tango Bravo, Daytona Beach ground, taxi to the FBO via Charlie Bravo and Alpha.
Negative. Can we request taxi via November 851 Tango Bravo? Yeah, something about taxiing the taxiways. Yeah, they haven't a clue about
85
taxiways.
Tango Bravo, taxi to FBO via November, cross runway 34, then Echo, Mike 2. Have a great day.
Okay, that's a little bit closer. We'll go with that one. Taxi to the FBO via November, cross runway 34, then Echo and Mike 2, 851 Tango Bravo. I discovered that here in BR they always use IVAO, or IVAO, do they? Hey, what did you think of my landing there, Kit? We can call him anything we want.
Well, Two-Tone, I haven't seen the landing yet, but I can tell you that a smooth landing is all about managing your descent rate and airspeed. Make sure to keep your approach stable and aim for that runway threshold.
I landed,
Remember,
Jacob
if
side.
you can hear the tires squeal, you're doing it wrong. How did it feel to you?
Kit, I've already landed you, Muppet. Can you not see that, no?
I appreciate the humor, Two-Tone, but let's keep our focus on the flight. If you have any questions about landing techniques or aircraft systems, I'm here to help.
No, I've already landed.
Cessna 908 Charlie, Echo, follow the Learjet on taxiway Charlie, then hold short of runway 12.
Nice job on the landing, Two-Tone. Now that you're on the ground, remember to follow the taxi instructions carefully. For example, you might say, Daytona ground, November 851 Tango Bravo, taxi to parking. Always keep your eyes peeled for other traffic while taxiing.
Okay, the FBO is actually over here, I think. Yeah, right.
Cessna 908 Charlie, Echo, taxi to runway 36 via taxiways, Charlie and Delta.
Taxiing to runway 36 via Charlie and Delta Cessna 908 Charlie Echo.
Yeah, there's different, the co-pilot stuff. I'm sure there are different co-pilots. There's cabin crew and everything. Although, hang on, they were actually bringing me over to that one, weren't they? They were. Right, okay. Never mind. Never mind! We'll go over the fireside. It's mad, lads, isn't it? Mad.
Cherokee Tree 15 X-ray, Papa, hold short of taxiway, Foxtrot traffic crossing ahead. Holding short of taxiway, Foxtrot Cherokee Tree 15 X-ray, Papa.
All is well in the round. Daytona, what a great spot, right? But like in terms of like, you know, just getting yourself used to talking to ATC, like it's very good in that regard. Very, very good. Like from the idea of being able to talk to a bit of ATC and kind of, you know what I mean? Just break the mold a bit. And I do like the idea that the co-pilot or the mentor, you know, Kit as we call him now, like he's giving you kind of tips to help you along, which is important. Like he knows my call sign. He knew that I got clearance for runway 07 left. Do you know what I mean? So it's just having an extra pair of eyes and ears with you. And I think that's super handy. Bill B. McStone, yeah, we'll have to give him a shot. Hang on. We'll get rid of Kit here for the minute. I don't see them actually. Where did we get more of them? Cabin crew. Tour guide. Which ones can you grab? He'd no idea that you landed though. No, he'd no idea that I landed. How do you select the other ones? Because you've English. Jason, you've all different languages. That's kind of funny. I wonder if you can tell the approach speed of the aircraft you're not familiar with. Hey Kit, what's the normal approach speed for a TBM 850? I shouldn't be taxiing here. I'm going to hit all the planes. Uh-oh. Hey Kit, what's the normal approach speed for a TBM 850?
For the TBM 850, the normal approach speed is typically around 100 to 110 knots, depending on weight and configuration. Always check your POH for specific numbers based on your current load and conditions.
Alright, okay. Please wait while I Google it. Okay, engage parking brake. And let's see here. Inertial separator is okay. Pitot heat coming down. Leads off. 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 And off. All right. We're doing okay. Max Shiggity Pilot, thank you very much indeed. 6 months, man. Good morning. Hope you're well. All right, okay, so that's that TBM, man. Jesus, it's just incredible, isn't it? It's just incredible. Like, it's just absolutely savage. What a beautiful bit of kit. Open that. Isn't it gorgeous, lads, isn't it? What a machine this is. Now, I'm intrigued. How did we get the other sounds onto Say Intentions? Pilot portal, right. So, what were they saying? There's like a demo of a demo? Let's see here now. Settings, cool stuff. Okay, AI liveries is there. But what about these new other pilots? Let's have a look.
Now on the Viper November, Quebec. Can you double check our run correction? Can you double check our taxi instructions, please?
November, Quebec. Taxi to runway 7 left via Alpha. Hold short of runway 7 left.
AI cabin crew. Where's this co-pilot? Should be under passenger. Should be a whole list of them. I don't see them. So we have cabin crew, right? Look at this. So, with the settings here. And intercom. And mentor. So we have cabin crew. Is there like a co-pilot? Hey, Goblin Zeus, good to see you. Emma for small jets. A tour guide. Okay, let's talk to Jeff.
Embraer 225 Echo Mike, follow the Cherokee, then hold short of taxiway Tango.
Following the Cherokee, holding short of taxiway Tango Embraer 225 Echo Mike.
Hey Jeff. Hey, Jeff.
Hey there. If we look at our 1 o'clock position about 3 miles out, we can spot the beautiful Daytona Beach. This beach is famous for its hard-packed sand, which allows vehicles to drive right on it. It's a unique feature that has attracted visitors for decades, especially during the annual Daytona Beach Bike Week, where thousands of motorcycle enthusiasts gather to celebrate. The beach stretches for 23 miles along the Atlantic coast.
Shut up, will you? You talk too much!
For sunbathing, surfing, and beach games. Interestingly, the beach was once a popular location for car races, including the famous Daytona 500, which is now held
Imagine
at the
having him
International
beside you.
Speedway.
Shut up.
So as we hop in here, just imagine the thrill of
Silence.
those roaring engines racing along the shore.
Christ!
Can I get a refund?
Jeff, you speak way too fast and you say way too much.
Hey there. As we sit here at Daytona Beach International Airport,
Jesus!
position, we can see the beautiful Daytona Beach itself. This beach is famous for its hard-packed sand, which allows vehicles to drive right on it. It's a unique feature that has attracted visitors for decades, especially during the annual Daytona Beach Bike Week, where thousands of motorcycle enthusiasts gather to celebrate. The beach stretches for 23 miles along the Atlantic coast, making it a perfect spot for sunbathing, surfing, and beach games. Interestingly, the beach was once a popular location for car races, including the famous Daytona 500, which is now held at the Daytona International Speedway.
Right. Who?
At our 10 o'clock position, about 1 kilometre away, we can see the Daytona Beach International Airport.
Sarah.
This airport has a fascinating history, having opened in 1940. It was originally a military airfield during World War II,
Sarah.
known as the Daytona Beach Army Airfield, where pilots were trained for combat.
Shut up, Jeff.
Today, it's a bustling airport that serves both commercial and general aviation, making it a key hub for those flying to and from the beautiful beaches of Daytona.
Shut up,
the
Jeff.
Airport is also known for its
Oh, for God's sake, will you
International
will you
Speedway,
shut
which
up?
is just a short drive away and hosts the famous Daytona 500 race every February. So as we sit here,
Jeff,
just think about
stop
all the
talking.
aviation history
You're
that
a
has
wreck
taken
the head.
place right under us.
You're a rector head. Hi, Sarah.
At our 1 o'clock position,
Ah,
about
Christ!
3 miles out, you'll see the beautiful Daytona Beach.
Will you
This beach
shut
is
up?
famous for its hard-packed sand, which allows vehicles to drive
I
right
didn't
on
say
it.
potential.
It's a unique feature that has attracted visitors
Christ!
for decades, especially during the annual Daytona Beach Bike Week, where thousands of motorcycle enthusiasts gather
I
to
can't even
celebrate.
turn it off.
The beach stretches for 23 miles along the Atlantic coast, making it a perfect spot for sunbathing, surfing, and beach games. Interestingly, the beach was once a popular location for car races, including the famous Daytona 500, which...
Immediately shut up. Christ. Now, where's this? We'll try it again. Oh, pin that to the start menu. It's very good, except for, like, you just couldn't live it, Jeff. Oh, Jesus, then. Oh, God, no. Do you know what I mean, lads? Like, he'd, no. Drop it in that folder. Right, let's try it again, shall we? Oh. Waiting for simulator. Give it a second now, right? Hi, Sarah.
Hello. At our 10 o'clock position, just about a
Jesus.
kilometer away, we have the Daytona Beach International Airport itself. This airport has been serving the Daytona Beach area since 1940 and is a key hub for both commercial and general aviation.
Right.
It's interesting to note that the airport was originally built as a military base during World War II,
Thanks, Sarah.
known as the Daytona Beach Army Airfield.
That's quite enough.
After the war, it transitioned to a
All right, I get the hang of this. Right, we don't want the tour guides because they're friggin' insane. Christ. What about your mum? Oh, hang on. Oh, Victoria. Oh, hang on a second. Hello, Victoria.
Hello, Captain Robin.
Jesus! My name is Two-Tone. Or Murph.
Thank you for the information, Captain Robin.
Oh, no!
I will ensure the passengers are well taken care of during the boarding process.
Tell me, Victoria, whereabouts are you from?
I am from London, England, Captain Robin. It is a pleasure to serve on this flight. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard Amadeus IT Group SA Flight N851TB to Daytona Beach. This TBM 850 aircraft is ready to take you to your destination. Please store your hand luggage in the overhead bins and take your seats. Our captain, Robin, and first officer, Raphael, are at the controls.
Raphael!
And I, Victoria, along with my fellow crew members, will ensure you have a pleasant flight.
Sorry now, Victoria, but the sweet lamb of Jesus. No, we won't be doing that now. Sorry, but no. Bloody hell, how did it know me name? Identity. Yeah, but hang on, it's reading it from me account. How does she know my name is Robin? Ah, this is terrifying. Go away now. Brilliant. What's his name? He was a Dutch fella. He was cross. Peter. Ah, brilliant. Yes, good morning, Peter.
Good morning, Captain. Let's get this show on the road.
What time is it?
It's 9:02 a.m., Captain.
Peter, why are you late? Brilliant.
Sorry, Captain. Just managing the chaos here. You know how it is with these passengers and their luggage. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard Amadeus IT Group SA Flight N851
Amadeus IT Group
to Daytona Beach. This is a TBM 850 aircraft. Please store your hand luggage in the overhead bins or under the seat.
Peter's no crack at all. Hang on a second now. Janet and Toby. Well, good morning, crew. This is your captain speaking.
Good morning, Captain. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard Amadeus IT Group SA Flight N851 TB to Daytona Beach. I'm Janet, your lead flight attendant, and I must say, if you look out the window, you might see Captain Robin trying to navigate like it's a game of pin the tail on the donkey.
What?
Please store your hand luggage in the overhead bins and keep your valuables close, like your dignity after hearing my jokes. Our first officer, Raphael, is here too, looking as serious as a cat in a room full of rocking chairs. Enjoy the flight.
Janet, I didn't appreciate that joke. You're after hurting my feelings. She knows me well. Janice.
Oh, Captain Robin, I'm terribly sorry. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. I thought we were all just here for a laugh, like a bad sitcom. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard Amadeus IT Group SA Flight November 851 Tango Bravo to Daytona Beach.
She's doing it again.
I'm Janet, your lead flight attendant, and I must say, if you look out the window, you might see Captain Robin trying to fly this thing like he's playing a video game. Please store your hand luggage in the overhead bins and keep your...
You need to stop talking. Hang on a second. Get in there now, the German lads. And, oh, Jesus, now. Cabin crew, Mara from Germany. Oh, guten Tag, Mara. Ich bin Two-Tone. This could be great.
Guten Tag, meine Damen und Herren. Und herzlich willkommen an Bord von Amadeus IT Group SA, Flug N855 nach Daytona Beach.
Schnell!
Mein Name ist Mara und ich bin Ihre Hauptflugbegleiterin. An meiner Seite sind meine Kollegen Lukas, Anna und Max. Bitte verstauen Sie Ihr Handgepäck in den oberen Fächern oder unter dem Sitz vor Ihnen. Wir wünschen Ihnen einen angenehmen Flug.
Maria, ich bin on Barbara. Rhubarb Barbara? Ever hear that? I've been on Barbara Rhubarb. I didn't say I was on Barbara. Jesus! You need this for your sat nav. Let's see what she's going to say. What's she going to say?
Okay, Captain, ich werde die Passagiere begrüßen. Guten Morgen, meine Damen und Herren, und herzlich willkommen an Bord von Amadeus IT Group SA Flug N855 nach Daytona Beach. Mein Name ist Mara und ich bin Ihre Hauptflugbegleiterin. An meiner Seite sind meine Kollegen Lukas, Anna und Max. Bitte verstauen Sie Ihr Handgepäck in den oberen Fächern oder unter dem Sitz vor Ihnen. Wir wünschen Ihnen einen angenehmen Flug.
Hang on, hang on, we'll have more fun here for talking to our mentor. A German mentor, get in there now. Ah, brilliant. Guten Tag, ich bin Two-Tone.
Guten Tag, Two-Tone. Lassen Sie uns auf den Flug konzentrieren. Da wir im TBM sind, denken Sie daran, dass dieses Flugzeug eine maximale Drehzahl von 4.055 Geomin hat.
Jesus,
es ist eine leistungsstarke Maschine. Daher ist das Management Ihres Schubs und das Verständnis Ihrer Leistungsgrenzen entscheidend. Was möchten Sie als nächstes wissen?
Sprechen Sie Englisch?
Alles klar, Two-Tone. Lassen Sie uns auf den Flug konzentrieren. Wenn Sie nach fortgeschrittenen Techniken suchen...
Okay, wait now, hang on a second. Wait now. German, French. I would do a bit of French. Get in there now. Bonjour, je suis Murph de Firefly. Comment allez-vous? Your name, rank and number. Schnell!
Bonjour, Two-Tone. Restons concentrés sur le vol.
Très bien.
Si vous vous préparez au décollage, n'oubliez pas de vérifier votre poids et votre centrage. Et assurez-vous que votre carburant est suffisant pour le vol. Avec 213 gallons restants, vous devriez être prêt pour un beau voyage.
Bon. Où est le café, s'il vous plaît? It'll never get this. Or will it? Où est le café, s'il vous plaît?
Je ne suis pas sûr pour le café, mais je peux vous dire que dans le TBM, gérer votre carburant efficacement est essentiel.
Ah, Jesus! Right, hang on now. Christ! Hi!
안녕하세요, 투톤. 오늘 멋진 비행을 준비하셨나요? 출발을 위해 모든 것이 준비되었는지 확인합시다. 연료가 223갤런이 있으니 여행을 위해 좋은 상태입니다. 이륙 전에 어떤 것을 점검하고 싶으신가요?
This is dangerous! Korean, Spanish, Portuguese, Polish, Italian. Why don't we have Irish in there? Right, drop you back in there, Harry. Jesus, Harry, I was having great fun there with all the different voices. It was hilarious. Try Portuguese. He's thinking about it.
Sounds like you were having a blast, Two-Tone. Just remember, while it's fun to play around, keeping your focus on flying is key. Speaking of fun, did you know that the TBM can climb altitude 10,000 feet in just a few minutes?
Can it?
That's some serious performance.
Oh boy, that's amazing. Come here. Don't call me Two-Tone. Call me Murph.
Got it, Murph. Let's keep our focus on the flight.
Yes.
Did you know that the TBM has a max-rated RPM of 34,550? That gives it some serious power for takeoff and climb. What would you like to learn about next?
I'm going to teach you something. Did you know the TBM is nice?
Absolutely, Murph. The TBM is a fantastic aircraft, known for its speed and efficiency. Did you know it can cruise at around 320 knots? That's impressive for a turboprop. Plus, its climb rate is something to brag about. What else do you want to dive into?
I'm okay for now. Tell me a joke. And it better be a good one.
All right, Murph, here's one for you. Why did the airplane get sent to its room? Because it had a bad altitude. Keep that humor flying high.
Sweet lamb of suffering Jesus, that was absolutely terrible. It actually read it correctly. Brilliant.
I hear you, Murph. Sometimes the jokes can be a bit rough, just like a bumpy landing. But hey, let's focus on making this flight smooth.
Oh, you betcha.
Did you know that the TBM can handle crosswinds quite well?
Wow.
With the right technique, you can maintain control and land safely even in gusty conditions. Want to go over some crosswind landing tips?
No, really, I don't. Lads, this is like insane, right? I'm going to send this to the Say Intention guys. They have to have you on board. Right, I'd be great crack on this. This fella must be passionate about the TBM. Yeah, he's right. Imagine if you can, imagine hearing me talking 100 miles an hour. Oh, Jesus then, couldn't you? Do you know what I mean? I think it'd be brilliant. Right, we're going to leave it there. Alison Johnson is live, friends. We're going to go over and big English Murph. We're going to go over and raid Ali. Thanks so much for this morning. A nice little flight, flying the TBM. I might be back on later on because I've enjoyed this, and we might do some flying over Ireland. We'll see how we go. But the TBM, what a class act. And Say Intentions, I have to say, it worked really well. It actually worked really well, and it's insane fun. So, right, have to go now. Over to Ali, lads. So, let me start the old raid Rooney. Let's see. Oh no, that's the wrong button completely. Let's see here now. Where's the raid, you muppet? Raid. Here we go. So, ramble in and do be sure to say hello to Alison Johnson, as she is streaming today. And we'll go ahead and start that. And go bananas with the emotes and the, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? That's what we do here. That's what we do. So, let me see her now. There's Ali. Yes. And she's doing some stuff. Right, so that's it for me. We'll see you later. I'll be on at some stage. I'm having too much fun with this. I shouldn't be let allowed play with these things. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to learn a bit. I'm going to have an argument with it now and, like, you know, Portuguese or something. There he goes. Right, here's this Egypt. Go on, Keen, you devil, you. It's like a friggin' crow trying to come in. Look. Go on. Oh, the sudden realization. Oh no, I'm not going to make it. How did he end up there?